Hello there, you beautiful people. Welcome back to Crafters TV. It's Wednesday evening here in the UK, which means of course, it's time for Creative Cravings, that one show of the week. We'll maybe take it back to basics a little more than we normally would, but absolutely something for everyone to learn over the next, well, 3 hours in fact, because we've got an hour of Creative Cravings for you here now. Then we'll have an hour of Paper Dienamics and then another hour of Creative Cravings as well to round out the Wednesday evening here on Crafters TV. Loads of brilliant deals in the show and lots of inspiration for you as well, because I'm joined again by my TV wife, Debbie Fisher. How are you, Debbie?
I'm really good, Joe. I'm having a little play. I've got some of Keith's mulberry papers.
Nice.
So I'm just going to do a quick sort of, we've got our numbers on, so you'll want to see them. Now remember, this is Creative Cravings, so we're going back to real basics. But if you really want to get creative, these are the dies and stencils to do it with, so it's going to be amazing. We're going to have a jam-packed next hour before Keith comes on.
We are indeed, and we're going to kick off with something we haven't seen for a very, very long time. Now, I know we've recently moved warehouses, so we have got back into stock these. Now, we don't have as many of them as we would like, and we've also popped them on an incredible deal for you as well. So if you want to go for these, you can. They are half price. They're brilliant because you get all the different dies in here, but then you also get a really clever stencil that's enabling you to create different mats and layers as well around the outsides of them. So here you are, saving you £40 or $65, $31.20 or $51.20 if you are a platinum member. These have been so popular in the past. I can't remember the last time we were able to bring you all the numbers as well. And the last couple of times we brought them to you, we only had a selection of the numbers available. They are in stock, ready to go right now. I would also say a lot of the Paper Dienamics stuff that you saw a couple of times throughout the day today is also perilously low in stock. So you should absolutely get over there and check out what is left of that. And you can find everything under the Shop Today button over on the website. So crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu is where you need to go and find all of that lovely lot. Lots of you tuning in and saying hello, as always. Linda is here in Maryland, Barbara's in Indiana, Sarah Brown is also in Australia too. There is something else I want to give you a heads up about before we get into the numbers with Debbie, and it is this, a brilliant selection of Sarah signature pads for you. So there's 4 in here. This one here, firstly, is the vintage butterflies. As you can see, you're going to get this in the 12 by 12 size, which is wonderful. It's ever such a popular collection, this particular Sarah signature one. Some really lovely colour tones, uncoated as well, these papers, so you can overstamp them or you can blend your inks onto them if you wish. You've also got Country Lane here as well, so the really beautiful selection of floral papers here within this one, and again, really stunning summery colour tones. You'll get the Country Lane in the 12 by 12 and in the 6 by 6, and then you're also getting the Enchanted Dreams Sarah Signature Collection here in the 12 by 12, an absolutely stunning selection of pads there for you. So do not miss out on those. Also head over to the website to see things like the Hero Tool and a whole host of other brilliant things. Lots of Sharon Callis items that we will get to as well over the next few hours. But without further ado, we're going to dive right in with Debbie. Are you feeling fresh and ready to go, Debbie, for this last show on a Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, do you know what, Joe? The day has flown.
It has gone really quick, hasn't it?
But I also feel like, and I don't know why, and I shouldn't shout it too loudly, I feel like I've had a lot of time between shows. I'm actually prepped and set up for all my shows tomorrow.
Check you out. Absolutely bossing the day.
I think I must just be feeling really better now, so it's absolutely great. Anyway, I love these numbers because it means personalisation, personalising an age, personalising a year, personalising an anniversary. So there's lots of different things you can do. You get the die in every single one of these. So if you just want to cut your die out, create a beautiful happy 8th birthday card, you can do that. You can make them into shaker cards because this piece here that you can see, the bigger piece to the die, you get the die, but you also get a stencil, so you can make different types of cards. You can also make them into unusual shapes, so you can use the template to cut round one piece and then have it to cut the opposite side to get that nice curved edge on that 49th birthday. And then you can do your traditional ones, but I love the fact that you can put them together. You can make side opening cards, which is amazing. You can again cut the numbers out, so if you've got
that's really pretty, isn't it? it?
Yeah, to just pop that on, pretty printed papers. Again, putting them together, creating your usual sort of numbers. But what about creating something like this, a 73rd birthday card into an easel card?
That's really cool.
It's spectacular, isn't it, that you can do this sort of thing with them at such ease, which is amazing. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways of how you can use them and just how easy they are to use, because they are amazing. Now I'm going to take a number 4 and I've just cut some of Keith's papers because I absolutely love these textured handmade papers. So we're going to cut our die out of that one. So pop that to the side. Before I do that though, what I want to do is I've just got myself a piece of folded all-purpose cardstock, and then I've got my template. So I've got the number 4. I just thought I would choose a random number. It doesn't matter what number you choose, whatever birthday or anniversary that you want to put it on. You might even want to put the date. Maybe it's a wedding and you want to do a wedding card with the date of the wedding. Lots of different ways to use them. What I am going to do is just have this just slightly off the top of my card here, because I want to actually create an actual card with it. So I'm just going to grab myself a pencil. I think, Joe, there must be something in the air in the studio tonight, because we've both suddenly developed this cough, particularly coughs tonight. But yeah, I think the air is quite dry because we've had to put the air conditioning on while we were in the break. It's too loud to have.
It's all the talking as well.
It could be all the talking, yeah, absolutely. We are a bit of chatterboxes, aren't we? And then all we're going to do is cut that out. Now, well, the reason we can keep the price low on these, Joe, is because we give you a template, not a die. So you get a template and a die. Now, if we was to put 2 templates in here, it would have just upped the cost of it. So I love the fact that we've got these templates. What it also means is you get more versatility. So I will show you in a demo in not the next hour, but the hour after that, where we can use 2 of the templates to make a different number and something that we wouldn't be able to do if we were die cutting. So the templates are very clever. So all I'm doing is going round that number 4, cutting that out.
And imagine how expensive these would be if you have to have the 4 different the 4 different sizes almost that the template offers you. So great that you've got the die for the main number,
Absolutely.
but then it's that template. It's helping to really reduce the cost. And then we've cut the cost in half as well. So yeah, they're so affordable.
Amazing, isn't it? Now, I've done exactly the same, but with just a piece of white cardstock. But this time, I've just traced round the whole one and then cut that out. That way, I can, this top piece where I've cut it off, I'm then popping that back on. So just on there, and that's going to create the front of our standing card. So you've actually got a freestanding number 4 card. I don't think I've ever seen a card like that. Now, because I'm using the purple, what I am going to do, I'm just going to bring in some crushed velvet, and we're just going to pop that around the edges just to bring in a little bit of difference there and coordination. So nice and easy, just around all those edges. And the other reason I'm doing this is purely for the fact that I can still see a little bit of my pencil line. So rather than rub it away, I'm just putting a little bit of ink around the edges to tie it in with that gorgeous purple design. So just like so. And then we can stick that to the front of our card. Now, because I haven't got that top bit, I'm going to add my adhesive to that bottom piece. So I'm just going to go round with our tape pen all on the bottom. I think I'm going to run out of this one because we're getting low. And then we're going to pop that onto the top of our card. So you can see how quick and easy it is to put one of these together. So just on, oh, didn't do that very well at all. Let's take that off again. Pop that in. There we go. And then we're going to die cut this one out. So just bring in my Gemini plates and we're going to run that one through. So you can use pattern papers, you could use just plain papers and add them into your into an embossing folder, so you can get like a letterpress technique and have different patterns on the back. There's so much that you can do with them. Look at that, this paper is beautiful, cuts like a dream.
That's really lovely. So that's the mulberry paper. So I want to come have a look at it die cut, Debbie.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, come and look. And you get such lovely paper.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's really, really nice.
I bet if you wet that and then, like, you know, dampened it and embossed it, I bet it would really give you a lovely effect.
Amazing.
Really
Flowers would look lovely out of it. Yeah, really beautiful. So that's our first design. Just I'm keeping it really basic, just doing our card. I'll turn that round so you can see that. So just being able to use that outline, create that little card blank, and you've got that beautiful card. Now the other thing you can do with them is literally just use your die cut. So I'm going to just bring in a nice pink and a white cardstock, and we're going to cut one each of these. So let's pop that to the side and run that one through.
Lots of people still tuning in and saying hi, Debbie. Shelby is in Northridge, California. Kimberly is in North Carolina. Val says, hi Joe and Debbie, Keith, still 29 degrees here. So sitting quietly watching, looking forward to the show. It is very... I think it is still 29 degrees here, indeed. Yes, Val's down in Southampton. It's very rare that, it's 28 here, it's very rare that the temperatures in the north are the same as the temperatures in the south. In the UK, it's always about 6 degrees hotter down south. Actually, this weekend, it's looking hotter up north than it is down south, which never happens.
Well, that's quite a relief for me. Although, I think once you get into your 20s, when you're past sort of 24 degrees, I don't think it matters. It's hot, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot, it's hot. Right, so I've cut 2 of those numbers out. So I love just being able to use them as the die cuts. And we're just going to put a really quick card together, but just personalise it. So I've got some of my pretty papers from the balloons. When we bought the balloon Stampin' Dies to you, we had that beautiful paper pad. And we're just going to mat and layer these up and literally just use that number 4 on our card. So let's do that. I'm going to bring in my Collateral Purpose because I think I haven't got no more tape pens and I think I'm going to run out. So let's switch to glue. I get a bit lazy, to be honest. I should use wet glue more, Joe, because it is super strong. But I think our tape pens are just very handy. But I'm fully aware I don't want to run out of them either.
Yeah, the dotty tape pen I know is out of stock, isn't it? We're waiting on them to come back in.
We're still out of stock on the normal ones, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the dotty one is out of stock, I know. Is the regular one in stock or is that out of stock?
Yeah, the regular one. The dotty one is still in stock.
But yeah, hopefully they're going to be back in stock really soon. I think they were due in very soon, I saw, but they've been delayed a little bit. But they will be back soon, so don't you worry.
They certainly will. So grab them while you can, especially the dotty tape pen at least anyway. Right, so that gives us our top piece, and then we're just going to have a central point, which we're going to pop onto our card. Again, just using pretty coordinating papers. Let's pop that one down into there. And then we will stick that onto the side. So don't feel frightened to use your mats and layers. Like, you know, if you just feel like a lot of people, I remember when I first started, Joe, I would literally just put that pattern cardstock down. I wouldn't have even dreamt of mat and layering something on top of each other, let alone hide some of it and put another piece down. But what this does is it all adds real lovely interest to our actual card. And then this one here, what I am going to do, I'm going to bring in some foam pads. Got some all odd ones here, and I want to slightly offset them. So I'm going to use my white one at the bottom, and I'm just going to put some foam pads around the edges.
Marge is saying hi as well from Illinois. The lovely Lynn is back. Dana's in Oregon. Mary Beth's in Minnesota. Mary Pat saying hi from Montana. Pam's in New York. Mary Rhino's in from Maine. Laura's in from Arkansas as well. Everyone is tuning in. I think, judging by the comments, everyone's having super warm weather today, which is lovely. It's going to be lovely all weekend as well, Debbie.
I mean, it's lovely, isn't it?
So gorgeous.
So nice.
We have had, though, one of the driest summers on record here in the UK.
Wow. I mean, I'd love to say that I could just sit in the garden and chill out this weekend, but I have my granddaughters. So that is not going to be the case.
They'll keep you busy.
They're going to be running wild and having me climb mountains. And Right, so I'm going to pop a bow in the corner because I want to position that bow so we can then put our happy down there. So where's, oh, right in front of me. Get those tapes. Pop that onto there. And then we're going to have that just coming out of there. So our happy, and then I've just got our birthday. So we're going to pop that onto or into place. So I love the fact that you can use your templates if you want to create the actual cards and different mats and layers, but I also love the fact that you can just use those beautiful number dies. I mean, you're going to be using them time and time again.
What I guess the thing is with the template or the matte layer, it doesn't need to be quite as accurate really as the top layer, does it?
No, not at all. And what's great about these, Joe, is if you've got a wedding, these are great for your number tables.
Perfect.
You know, you can put them onto another piece of card, like to coordinate
You could
with
cut
your
things
wedding.
like, could you cut things like adhesive vinyl with these?
Adhesive vinyl, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, if you wanted to make like numbers for your bins or something like that with these, you could use them for that. I think they've definitely got a practical use, haven't they?
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Actually, that is an absolutely brilliant idea because our numbers are starting to come off our bins. So,
there you go.
Yeah, I might cut myself the number 20, Joe, when I...
You do live at number 20?
I do live at
number
number 20. Oh,
perfect, just checking.
Yeah. And there you go. So not only being able to cut out your whole card blank, but being able to create your whole front of your card there as well.
Really, really awesome, aren't they? Really cool, really great concept, these, and lots of different things that you can do with them and different ways you can incorporate them. I love these cards. Look at this one. Some positives here. 100. Oh, I can't imagine being 100, Debbie.
Would it be amazing? I'd love to get to 100.
Would you?
Yeah, but only if I've got all my faculties.
Right, okay, fair enough. That implies that you've got them all now, Debbie.
Well, I wouldn't want to not know I was 100.
Right. So here again, you can see lovely card shapes that you've got using them. I think that is a really great way to go. Also, things like shaker cards. These are going to be, there's not much shake left in this shaker card. But you can see here exactly how you're going to use it for things like that. I love this one's very cool with the black and the white with the leading edge. That looks really smart. Another shaker card here. Again, using them with all the mats and layers is really fun. The 7 reminds me of those fruit machines. Remember you used to go to the seaside and they'll have the 7s on them. Yeah, it reminds me of that. Again, brilliant for bunting as well, to make numbers in your bunting. And of course, again, a wonderful shake card. I think that's a 6, not a 9, but we'll go with it. £39 or $64 if you want to get your hands on these. You are saving more than you're spending, which is always glorious. And I can't remember the last time we had all of the numbers in stock, which is excellent. So it's really brilliant that they're all there ready to go. £31.20 or £51.20 is your price. You're looking at about what, £3.40? Yeah, £3.60 per number there, which is absolutely excellent value for money. It really, really is. We're going to move on. We're going to have a little look next at these, the shaker card. Ooh. I believe this is what Debbie is going to demo next for us. This one here is the Born to Bloom, which is that one just there. Now the brilliant thing is you get so much included with these. So you're getting the outside shape die. Yes, it's going to allow you to create a shaker, but you can also use it just as a flower on its own. You're then getting the banner in here. You're getting all the little bits that you can use as sequins in there, which is excellent. And you've got the sentiments too. So that one there is Born to Bloom. These are on a great price too, $19.96 or $24.80 you're saving. This one here is your Schmetterling, which is Hello Beautiful. Then you've got your de Parfum, which is that one just there, which is, what does O mean? Water, does it mean water? Yeah, it does. Water of perfume is how it translates. There you are. I know, I'm totally bilingual. And then you've also got Cheers to You in there as well. I will just, while we're here as well, I'll give you the details. So definitely snap that one up. £32 or $44 if you're a platinum member on that one. I do want to just give you the details of the sequin dies on their own as well whilst we're here, because they work beautifully in conjunction with these dies. Now these were designed by our very own Liam, who designed these, and what it does is it allows you to cut out your double-sided mirror card in here and make your own sequins. So the great thing is, but then you can perfectly colour match that with whatever it is you are making or whatever it is that you are creating, which is gorgeous. So you've got the different designs there, and you've got 3 different sizes in each of the dies too. $18.99 or $27.95, whether you're going for them on their own or you're popping them into your basket alongside those amazing shaker card dies. Remember, in about 35 minutes or so, Keith will be back from Paper Dienamics. We'll be looking at what remains of all of those wonderful cardstock goodies that he's bought us throughout the course of today. Been very busy on those items, and I would definitely urge you to go and have a look under the Shop the Day button and see all of those before we get to that show. It's going to be a bit of a scrum, I sense, by the time we get there. Who else we got in watching today? Pammy says, just popping in for a quick hello to my favourite YouTube couple, Joe and Debbie. And of course, Keith from Central New York as well. So lots and lots of you tuning in and saying hello. Any questions you've got about anything on the show, you can get them to us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. I will pop those across to Debbie as we go through the show. But Debbie, what would you like to share with us next?
Yeah, we're going to use that eau de parfum.
Eau de parfum.
Eau de parfum.
What is your favourite eau de parfum?
Lady Millions.
Lady Millions.
Lady Millions.
I thought you said Lady Minions then. I was like, is that a kid's perfume?
Lady Millions.
Oh,
yes.
mine is Terre de Hermès. That's my favourite one.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, Hermès.
Hermes. I don't think
Very
you
nice.
wore
In the
some.
gallery. Davidoff.
Am I bought that for
Is
my
that
son-in-law. He loves
George,
it.
Davidoff was that, George?
Yeah.
Yep.
Davidoff.
Jamie likes Boss specifically. I'd love to know what your favourite perfume is. Let me know in the comments.
Absolutely. Yeah, the reason I got mine, Joe, is because I'll do some cutting while I'm talking. So
Yeah.
I'm going to actually make a full card with this. So what I'm going to do to start off with, we're going to create an easel card. So I've just got some Centura pearl, folded it in half, and then we're going to place this over the top. So like we did with the last demo, but we're going to do it slightly different. So just having that over the top there, I am going to grab some low-tack tape. Yeah, when we used to have the shop at, in Newton Aycliffe, a lady, Nicole, she used to work there, and she was also my helper when we did our craft organza, and she always smelled amazing. And I was like, what are you wearing? Because it was so nice, and it was Lady Million, so I decided to treat myself. And then every birthday and every Christmas, my dad buys me a bottle of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is really lovely. So, yeah, it is my favourite.
It's funny when you find the right aftershave or perfume.
Yeah.
How, like, I found the one that I wear now about 10 years ago, and I think I've maybe tried 2 others in that time and always go back to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think when you... I do love Victor Ralph Flower Bomb as well. That's
Right.
a really nice one, but it's very expensive. So dupe, I remember, so we're talking in my ear about dupe, but I used to wear a perfume called June.
June.
So, yeah, June. So I'm not sure if that's still about.
Issey Miyake passed away
What about
yesterday.
that?
He was,
Yeah, I know, very
yeah, in his
sad,
80s, in his late 80s, I think. Yeah, really famous Japanese designer.
Very, very sad. Right, so we've got our perfume bottle, so you can see. So we've got that piece there. And then what I've also done is just cut another one, so a freestanding one, just to pop that top back on, so you don't have to see it. Then the other thing you want to do is score a line, not sort of directly through the centre. What I would suggest is seeing where you want to bend it to, where you want it to come to, because you don't want it to come too far. So you want to do your lines. I've done my line, I've got one here. You want to do it about 3/4 of the way up, okay, not halfway down. And then all we're going to do is fold that score line, fold and burnish, and then that's going to create our little easel card.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so really nice and easy, and then this piece will go directly onto the front. Now, the next thing we want to do, we want to create our shaker card element, because you're probably thinking, how is this a shaker card? So, or how are they shaker dies? In there, you will get, so we're going to pop that on into place, you will get your inside part. So this works the same on all of them. What you want to do is you want to position them so you have the same amount all the way round. So we're going to pop this into place. And then what I mean by all the way around, you want to roughly get the same amount of space, purple space, all the way around this element. If it's not perfect, honestly, don't worry, but just get it as central as possible. So I'm just going to stick a piece of tape over those two pieces, and we're going to cut those out. So pop them onto your boards and then run them through your Gemini or whatever die cutting machine you've got. They are just thin metal dies, so just refer to your user manual if you're using another die cutting machine. If you've got the Gemini MIDI, please look online because there's a great offer on that one. But you just need that one folder combination where you just pop it through your folder and it will cut out. So.
The Hero tool is sold out. The MIDI is gone. Yeah,
wow,
it's very, very busy on that
so
after wake up call. A lot of people still are tuning in saying hi. Neelam is saying hi. Neelam's in Pakistan. I think that must be the first time we've had a viewer from Pakistan on the show. Got a bit excited there, Neelam. Didn't know. Almost choked on my own words. How exciting! We need to get a little world map up in the studio and cross off where we've had all of our viewers from. That would be fabulous, wouldn't it?
That would be very good. Right, the next thing we're going to do, Joe, is I've already cut it out. I've cut a piece of acetate out. So I've used construction acetate. Use your die. I use my metal shim just to pop through and cut it out, but then it cuts out perfectly. So we've got our plastic, our acetate to go in the background, which is going to go onto here. And that's going to create your shaker element. So that next what we want to do, I'm going to use my red liner tape. So I'm going to use the 3mm just to adhere that acetate to the actual front. Now I would definitely recommend using your acetate, using your red liner tape. It's the strongest glue that's going to adhere your plastic, because that's what obviously acetate is, it's plastic. So it might not be strong enough, or it is strong enough, but it may not last, and because people are shaking these, you want it to last. So use your red liner tape. If you haven't got any, grab yourself some and put it in the basket. We do it in 3 different widths, so that's a really good one to go for.
Awesome. Valerie saying hi from Glendale, Arizona. I'd imagine it's very pretty with lots of like wooden houses, Glendale, Arizona. Just sounds it, doesn't it, Debbie?
It does sound amazing.
Patty saying hi from California. Roseanne is saying hi from Massachusetts. Tim C says, love the card with large number 4 of the smaller set of numbers, and they're brilliant. Gilmore saying hi. Who else we got here? Fred says, looking delicious, Juicy Joe in your citrus shirt. Thank you very much.
Juicy Joe.
Juicy Joe.
I'm just going to grab a piece of card so I can see the acetate. It's always easier to see on a piece of card. There we go. And then we're just going to stick that directly over the top. Now, because it's exactly the same shape, it's absolutely fine. If it's not completely in place, you don't have to worry. Even if you've got a little bit of an outline, it's still not going to show because it's acetate. And then what I always do is turn it over and really burnish down that tape, because that's going to make sure that that really adheres to our acetate and to our cardstock. So there you go, that's your front bit. And then we're going to bring in our foam on a roll. Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey! Thank you guys in the gallery.
Foam on a no.
Tut tut, Joe, tut tut. Right, so you're going to put that into place.
So excited by that.
I love it, I love it.
You do, don't you?
There's a new one and I need to learn the new one.
There's a new one? How's the new one go?
Shake, da da da, foam on a roll, do 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 do, foam on a roll, do 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 do, foam on a roll. It probably sounds
just maybe
awful.
just need to nail the ending a bit.
Yeah, no, I need to practice, and I'm sorry that you only have my dulcet tones. Yeah, the gallery was singing.
I like the new one. A lot of people still talk about those numbers and how great they are. But Vicky says crafting keeps you young and your mind sharp.
Absolutely,
I love that.
I agree.
Yeah. Tammy says, hi, Deb and Joe. I love it when you two are on together. It's always fun. And we get to laugh. You can always laugh. Absolutely.
We do laugh lots. Oh,
There's a lot of love in the...
I've got to tell my story of Al and his trousers,
Oh, we'll have to do that before Keith's up, because it's very funny. Betty Providenti says, I do have a question. If you have Pebeo gilding wax and it starts to get a bit dry, is there anything you can do to rescue it?
Right, so I have to be honest here. I'm not sure if it is Pebeo gilding wax. I've never had one that's gone dry on me, Joe.
Right.
And I've had mine, I haven't got it with me today, but I've probably got about a quarter left. And it's still as soft and fluffy as what it was from day one.
Do you think maybe it's because the lid hasn't been put back on properly?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Maybe also...
Do you know what I would try?
In heat.
I would try, you know, you can get things like citrus oil.
Right, okay.
I'll maybe try giving that a go. I mean, I've no idea if it's going to work or not. I mean, I've just come up with the idea there and then.
I'm thinking more of like a terps or something like that, but that's
Right.
normally clean it. I don't know whether that will... Because years ago, different companies used to do a gilding wax and it used to dry up quite quickly.
Right.
And then they brought out something that you could put into that to moisten it down. But the Pebeo gilding waxes have never gone hard. We've never had any in the studio that's gone hard. So the only thing I could think of, possibly, maybe they're being stored near heat. Yeah, I honestly don't have any idea what to put into them to make them softer. And actually, what I would say is because the texture of them should never go hard, ring up customer service and see what they've got to say. So, yeah,
always absolutely. A great idea. Sing it, Debbie says Fred. Jane says, oh, look at the face on Joe. I love that.
I know, you don't do yourself any favours, Joe.
Shannon says, I agree with Joe. Foam on a no.
Oh,
let's not start because cheese is definitely a dessert. Let's not get back there again.
Same as cheese is not a dessert. The foam on a roll song will always stay. Right, you were saying about making your own sequins earlier, Joe. These are brilliant dies, aren't they?
They are great.
They're so cool to be able to pop these onto. The other thing I would recommend as well, so I'm just cutting them out of gold mirror card. The back of them is white, so do you know when sequins turn over? If you don't want white on the back, use your gold metallic marker and colour in the back, and then that way you'll get it on both sides. But I'm not going to worry too much, so I'm just going to cut them in and create our beautiful sequins. Now I am just using the sequins one. You will find in the bundle that there is different designs that you can cut out and put in, which is great. So
marvellous. I love it when Debbie sings, says Janet. Pam says, I love foam on a roll. Sylv says, foam on a roll, yay. And Mary Pat says, bravo, Debbie, on singing the original. Fred suggests add a few drops of mineral spirit to the gilding wax.
Mineral spirit?
Cover your wax with a bit of plastic... Oh, try that again. Cover your wax with a bit of plastic film to keep the air out is another suggestion.
That's a good idea, yeah. Maybe you've got a crack in your lid without realising. So, yeah, you could put some cling film.
Yeah, definitely call customer service, though. Is what I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Right, so we're just taking them all off. Look at that. I mean, in one pass through the machine.
That's so cool.
Having all those shakers. And they really do look like little sequins. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got our shaker elements. We've got our card base. What I've also done is I've just used Sarah's butterfly collection, vintage butterfly.
Yes, that's on the show today, that one.
Yep. And that also the cardstock in this lilac I've cut from that as well. So what we want to do, we want to position this over here. I've made sure where my foam goes, there's no gaps. So I've made sure that's really covered there. And then what I like to do, I always prefer normally to take this off first, which we're going to do. And normally we would put our bits in the middle and then we would put our shaker element off. But what I want to do with this one, because I want to make sure that we're putting this on directly without any marks around, I'm taking off the carrier sheet, the backing sheet. I'm also going to use my sequins to put in the centre. So we're just going to drop these all in.
Kelly Jones says, foam on a roll, nay.
Nay.
Fighting talk in the comments, fighting talk.
Well, I don't think it's going to go anywhere, and most people love it. So
they do indeed.
Right, so we've got all those bits in there, and then we're just going to hover this over the top and put that directly onto there. So that creates our shaker element. So you can see super easy to do, and that gives us our shaker card. So they all work in a similar way. Just give it a little bash if some bits have stuck in there. But yeah, really nice effect. Now, the other thing you do get in your pack, let's bring this in. You get all your pieces, so your atomizer, the little tassel, you get your, I don't know what you call that, the squirty, what is it? It's a squirt.
To what, Debbie? What is it, a squirty
A pump, a pump, a pump, not a squirter, it's a pump.
Is it a pump or a squirter? Make your mind up.
It's a pump that squirts.
Wonderful. I love you, Debbie. Don't ever change.
Right, I've cut that out again as well because I want to put that onto my base. We're going to use that around here, and also all you want to do is trim off the top part, because when we pop that on, right onto that inside, you can see you're going to have a fold line. So just trim that top bit off. And then you can get that. And then what I'm going to also do, I'm just going to bring in, I don't know, I thought I just had it, but I'm going to bring back in this, the ink dauber that I had earlier, just with that purple, and just tie in those colours with that purple around the edges. And this is what I love about our paper pads, Joe, is they're uncoated. So you can actually go in and do your inking techniques, your heat embossing, your gilding wax, you can emboss them. There's so many things that you can do with uncoated cardstock. So just like that.
The squirter slash pumper is a atomizer.
So I called it an atomizer, but I thought the top bit was the atomizer, but actually the pump must be the atomizer. Yeah, so I did have the right word originally. I should have just stuck with that, shouldn't I, Joe?
Maybe.
But no, I have to go and say a word that makes everybody laugh. Right, so we're going to stick that onto the inside of our card. So pop in
we had Pakistan in the house earlier. Barbara's now tuning in from New Zealand. Says it's 5:30 in the morning on Thursday, and I love watching all your antics. Well, it's lovely to have your company, Barbara, on literally the other side of the world. You can't get any further away from the Costa del County Durham.
So I know that looks like a tennis racket, but that is your atomizer. So we've got this piece, we've got these, and the top bit. So once they're all together, give them a colour. I'm not going to colour them in because you want to see me put it together. So I've just used coordinating colours, so sort of yellows and our purples. And then all we're going to do, the atomizer is going to fit directly into the front here. So I'm going to bring in my, I just used that piece actually. We're going to bring in our dotted tape pen and just affix this to the top. So that will be the actual spray just inside. And actually I don't want to put that right down because, I can do it on that side, that's fine. Because what we want to do is we're going to attach these two together. So this piece here is going to go at the top. So all I'm going to do is pop some tape right at the very top. And that will just poke into there. So that coming down. And then this one will go just underneath as well. So right under here. So that will create your little sort of tassel. And then I've got some sentiments and a little butterfly. So I've just stamped out Birthday Girl and Celebrate in Style. And we're going to pop all these onto the front. So just onto there.
Gilmore says I can feel this show is going to come off the wheels soon. Real soon. Will we make it until 7?
Yeah, we might be all right because, you know, Keith can be worse. So let's pop this one on the top. And then we're going to use that beautiful sentiment as our stopper on the bottom of our card. So I've just put some foam pads on there. And I've doubled them up just to make that even higher. And then we're going to pop that right here. And I've got a little butterfly. Let's just tape the back of that one. Pop that into that corner. And there we go. If I bring that round, we've got our beautiful little shaker card element easel card.
Absolutely awesome, it really is. Sylv just puts Pumpy McSquirter, that's what she's going to call it from now on.
A pumpkin
Pumpy McSquirter. Wow.
That's what squids do, isn't it?
What?
Is it squids?
Squids.
Squids?
Squids.
They square ink.
Pumpy McSquirter, yeah.
Inks?
And maybe they do. Gilmore says it's Joe and Debbie. It is inevitable. It absolutely is inevitable indeed. So we're going to move on. Let me just recap then exactly what you are getting in here. So you've got the Born to Bloom, which is this one just here with those wonderful flowers. Then you also have the Hello Beautiful, which is that wonderful butterfly. Here you've got the Eau de Parfum, and then you've also got the Cheers to You in there as well. £40 or $55 is your price there on that particular collection. £32 and $44 as a Platinum member. A really great saving. You've got a third off there, which is wonderful. We're going to move on and we're going to have a little look. We've got some brilliant Sharon Callis deals on the show for you this evening. So let's start with these. Now these are a brilliant set of flower dies. They're absolutely incredible, because what Sharon's managed to do here is take a load of flowers that I think were quite difficult for people to get their head around in order to create, and she's just made it super simple for us. So what you're going to get in here is, with each one of these dies, you get a corresponding pad that comes alongside that, which is going to enable you to just pop that quilling die over the pad itself, and then you will be able to cut that out. So it means that all you need to do is quill the flower and it looks amazing. You've got one pad for each of the floral dies as well. So this one here is the orchid. Now it's had a bit of a rough ride, this orchid, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. I mean, feels like George this morning getting up to come in for work. So you've got the orchid there. Then you will also receive this one, which is your mountain rose that you can see. There's so much dimension to every single one of these. This one here, this is your champagne rose. You got the lily. First time I've ever seen a lily done in sort of a dimensional way and look really super lifelike. I mean, it really is amazing how the design that Sharon's put into these has allowed you to achieve this. Then you've got your tea rose just here, which again, absolutely brilliant. This one here is your ranunculus that you can see just there. Again, a really beautiful flower, that one. And then of course you'll get the pads with each. You will then get this one here, which is your pretty posies. You've got your rose bliss as well, so they're your two dies. And then you've got a couple of really lovely embossing folders. So you've got divine blooms, and then this one here is the ornate tiles that you've got just there too. Absolutely gorgeous. £60 or $80. You're saving more than you are spending there on that one. So a great saving of £74 or $90. A lot of love coming in for your last demo. Valerie loved it. I did Lynn and Carletta. Natty says awesome. Lovely says Mary. Andrea says I have the set and I pray I can do a smidgen of what you just did there. Debbie Fisher. And Irene says you two are so funny. Love watching you together. I think you're gonna have to keep your story. Yeah, our story's gonna have to wait for the last hour, isn't it?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, we're not gonna get time to squeeze it in the next 15 minutes. It's at least a good sort of 5-6 minute story, but it's worth it. Honestly, it is worth it. Gives you an excuse to come and join us for the last hour as well. So there you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we're going to do quite a quick card because we're running into that. We don't want to run into Keith's time. Mind you, that's if he's got anything left because you've been loving it today. But what we are going to use is we're going to use that Divine Blooms embossing folder. So Sharon is very good at designing embossing folders. The level of detail in them is absolutely incredible. Now, when you're embossing, it doesn't matter because for us tonight, because we're just using a black piece of card, black on both sides. But when it comes to actually embossing, if I was to put a piece of mirror card in here, you want to make sure you put it the right way round. So how to tell, you run your hands across and you'll have a lot. So this level here is very raised. When I run my hand across here, it's very flat because all the detail has gone inside. So if it was the front of the folder, you'd actually be turning it round. So even though Sharon Callis is printed here, that would be on the back and you would pop that in there, because what's going to happen, that level of detail embossing is going to come up through there and go into this embossing folder. So just like so, you can see just how much detail is in there, which is incredible. So we're going to be using, now it's a 3D embossing folder. All you need for that is your base cutting plate and then your folder on top with your medium in there. Now sometimes I do like to put an extra shim in, so if you did want to just put that extra shim on top, you can. Then I'm going to use my plastic shim and my magnetic mat, and we're just going to pop those through and run them through our Gemini. So just right into the mouth of the machine, that will take it right through for you, and that will emboss all that beautiful detail into there.
Amazing.
So let's bring that out and then see what our folder has in store. So you can see beautiful design. Now we were talking about our embossing, our can't really see it because it's black, but I am going to use our gilding waxes. So I'm going to be bringing in 3 different ones here. I thought I had a Renaissance, but actually I think it's a King Gold or an Antique Gold. We've got our, I'm not sure what that says. Imperial Gold, is it Imperial? Emperor Gold. Empire.
Emperor Gold. Empire.
Empire Gold. And then we've got our silver. So I'm actually going to be using all of these. Now, as we were saying earlier about these being really soft, you can see, look, can you see when I press that down? It moves. It's really soft and moussey. If yours is not like that, definitely contact customer service. I've never known it any different. Now, it could go, so in fact, let me take my finger, let me put this one on. So we're just going to go in, tapping that in, and rubbing all on.
So beautiful. It doesn't look
detail.
anything like cardstock, does it, when it's done?
No, it's so amazing. Now, little is more. You want to build it up, not put it all on in one go. Now, if I go into this one has started going a little bit, not as soft as that one, but it's still soft. So you should always get that soft detail. And then we're going to come in. I love mixing them. I think it's a really nice way to be able to show some of the beautiful detail in this embossing folder. But it really brings it to life and looks amazing. And I'm not really worried about mixing the two. We want to keep it sort of different effects. We want that sort of old gold. We also want that Empire Gold. And then I'm going to be bringing in the silver, so we can bring that round. Let's just put some on there. And I'm going in with quite a light finger. You don't really want to, you don't want to put it on heavily. You want to sort of build it up and then add more where you want it. Put a little bit more up on this section, so just a light touch where you want it, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to just see where I want to put some extra of the gold, bring that in on top. Now, although this looks amazing, what you actually want to do, you want to buff it, Joe.
Okie doke.
The actual gilding waxes, when they're buffed, look amazing. So I'm just going to put a bit round there. Let's bring in some more of that sort of antique gold.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, really beautiful. So let's wipe my finger, and I haven't got a cloth, so a cloth is better. Now, bearing in mind, gilding waxes were originally made for furniture, so you could put them onto wood, so you can still do that. But when you, so I'm going to hold that so you can see it is nice and shiny, but it's almost got like a bit of a matte finish to it, hasn't it? Now, when you start to buff it, what that does is it fixes it so it doesn't rub off then on anything, but it also makes it ultra shiny. And I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to really go in and polish that down, and then go round on this piece. I'm going to put a new piece of tissue just to polish that off. And then when I hold that up to the light, you just get a beautiful. So we've just been asked about, sorry Joe.
Yeah, how long it takes to, Suzanne was asking how long it takes for this to dry.
Yeah, well, that's dry now. That won't
Brilliant.
come off on my hands at all. So, nothing. So it's actually dry, but you need to buff it to dry it.
Brilliant.
If you leave it, I would say we'll give it a good sort of 12 hours to dry thoroughly. So once you've done that, I'm going to make a really quick card up. All we're going to do is bring in our card blank, piece of gold card to have underneath, just to add that extra detail. And then we're going to pop that on top. So just using our tape pens very quickly onto the top of our mirror card, like so, and then pop that onto the back of our card. And then all we need just to finish that off, because that in itself is beautiful. I mean, it's quite a masterpiece when you use the gilding waxes. We've just got some matten layers. I've just stamped Happy Birthday. And we're just going to matten layer all our cardstock. So we've got that gold, tying it in with that black, like so. And then we're just going to pop our Happy Birthday on. And I've stamped this at the side, so that allows me to have, and I was going to put some flowers on, but I know we're fast running out of time. So all I'm going to do is bring in my little gems here, find my pokey tool, and we're just going to pop them onto this end. So we're keeping it really simple, really stylish, and just really letting the embossing folder do all the work. And then all I'll do with that is let's just bring in some foam, pop that onto there, and then we will have that at the front of our card. So a little bit wonky, but you'll forgive me for that. In fact, let's go across there. And there we go. Really nice and simple, effective gilding wax card.
Such a really beautiful way of using these. A lot of people letting us know their favourite perfumes, Debbie, in the comments.
Oh, nice.
I wonder what John's favourite perfume is. I think I know, actually. Is it the L'Occitane one? Yeah, I thought it was. Don't ask me how I know. Diane says...
What is it?
A L'Occitane one. Is it called like a Baume or something like that? Something, he doesn't actually know what the name is.
I know what James. I know James.
Peak boy mode. Doesn't know what it's called. Just knows which shop it comes from. Yeah, I know the one he means. I know the one he means because I've got the shaving balm. Anyway, let's move on. I used to wear Dune, says Diane. Very strong. Little went a long way. Loved it. Lynn says a few perfumes I like. Lynn's very classy, obviously. Jimmy Choo, Blossom. That wasn't me. That wasn't me stuttering. That was me saying Jimmy Choo twice because there's Jimmy Choo, Blossom. DKNY, Be Delicious. That sounds great, doesn't it? Be delicious. Ghost is my favourite perfume, says Karen. Pamela says I wear Tresors in Love or Red Door. And Rose says White Diamonds is their favourite perfume. All sounding so classy. We've got another new country. I don't know what's going on tonight. Diane Cadman is watching in Cape Verde. She's absolutely loving this show.
This year.
Yeah, I know. Diane says, absolutely loving the show all the way in Cape Verde. Thank you guys for the laughs and the creativeness. P.S. Keep the foam on a roll going.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Joe, please.
Let's just quickly recap them. We're going to get in the flowers that we just looked at. So in here you're going to get the orchid, which is gorgeous. You've got the mountain rose, the champagne rose. You've then got the lily, which is this one here. You've got the tea rose. You'll get the ranunculus too. Remember, you'll get a pad which is designed specifically for each one of the flowers as well. So each different flower will have its own individual pad. Then you've got your Pretty Posies frame along with your Rose Bliss frame. And then here you've got your Divine Blooms and also the Ornate Tiles, which is excellent. £60 or $80, which is well, you're saving more than you're spending on those, which is absolutely brilliant. Something I can always get on board with. I want to remind you also of the large numbers, which are these ones just here. Very busy on these and easy to see why. It's been a very long time since we had these in stock, and they are excellent for a whole host of different card styles and concepts, whether you're building them into your card shapes. It is completely up to you. So you can see here a few different ways on how you might put them together. You get the die in the bundle, and then you also get you also then get the stencil, which goes around, which allows you to cut those matte layers too, which is wonderful. Jean says, I love how you Brits say Renaissance. I guess you say Renaissance in the US. I don't know. £39 or $64 is your price on the numbers. Again, a half price deal. We've got some absolute corking deals in this Creative Craving show. We're also going to have a little look at, you saw Debbie use it earlier, the Sarah signature paper. It's a really great one, this, because you're getting that 12 by 12 vintage butterflies in there, which is always very, very popular. Double-sided, and which is great because with the double-sided, you know that the focal page is going to work perfectly on the reverse. So if you want to use the reverse as a matte layer, they work beautifully together. Now, there you can see your vintage butterflies, all uncoated as well, which is brilliant. So if you want to stamp up onto there, you absolutely can. We've also then got the Country Lane, which is this one just here. Really gorgeous floral designs running all the way through that one. Then you're going to get the Country Lane in the 6x6, so it's resized, which is beautiful, as you can see there, a really, really lovely one that. And then you'll also get the Enchanted Dreams as well, which is absolutely awesome. So a really lovely one there. £28. Oh look. Look at that. Hang on. I could get a whole. Okay. I get any more? Look. Hang on, I've got a bigger one here. One sec. Oh, hang on. Can I get another one on there? Hang on. Ah, it's fallen off. I think you have to build them up from the lowest one first. There we go. I mean, oh, I can't get down there. Oh, I'm a walking craft store, Keith. Look, I'm a craft store. Anything? Any paper pads? No, you can't have the 12 by 12. Right, let's move on. Sorry, that was a lot of fun. That really, I really enjoyed. It's been the highlight of my day. Right, what am I meant to be doing next? We're going to do these ones. Brilliant. We're going to the mirrored cardstock. These are excellent because you've got some really lovely mirrored cardstock, but then also it's got this sort of like etching over it, which is the matte mirror that's been laid over the top of here, which is brilliant. So you can see there precisely how that looks, which is fabulous. Lots of lovely designs in there. You've got all the golds and then you've got all the silvers too. And then this one here is your coloured one. So you got in here, it's a little difficult for you to see on camera. I don't know why, precisely how the colour of that. Let's see if I can get that so you can see. There you go, you see a little bit better there how it is. But when you get this at home, it really is wonderful. You see there, this is the true colour that you see when you're looking at it at home, which is excellent. And then you've got lots of lovely, lovely designs in there as well. So definitely grab a hold of those. If you want to get them, you're getting £20 off here, or $20 off. £50 or $59 is your price there on those ones. Right, I need to just quickly put all of this away. Let me remind you of the numbers then whilst we're here. So you can see here the different numbers. They are very, very busy at the moment because you're getting all of the different numbers, which is excellent. And then, hi John, you're getting all the different numbers. Oh, what was that noise? Oh.
Still.
No. You got all of the different numbers in there, and you're getting the stencils as well. I was just trying to tidy up. Right. Should we get the man of the moment, the man of the hour over with us? He is here still, as you can see. What a busy day we've had.
Oh, Joseph, oh. You have had a busy day, haven't we?
We have indeed.
It's been amazing.
We are back, Keith, but with really what is left. That is what we have got. We are going to... You all right? Are you okay? Oh, okay. All right. You sure? Should we have a look at this? Let's have a little look at what we've got there. So Keith's just gone to get his handbag, so he can get his wallet. Here
just
it
my
is.
handbags there. Oh, these are the bags, Joseph, aren't they amazing? So, have we still got a few left then?
We have. How are we doing on the stock of the handbags? So we've only got, so 80% of the stock of the handbags have gone,
Wow.
which is, you okay, John? 80% of the handbags have sold out and gone. These are amazing, Keith, aren't they? And the fact that you're getting 20 in here for this price is absolutely brilliant.
Isn't it amazing? It is, yeah, fabulous. There's a lot going on here in the studio. It's all
It's like Piccadilly Circus in here today, Keith. It really is.
Yes. So I brought my bags for the viewers today, and obviously they've been extremely well received because we've only got 20% of the stock left. So it's great that you've just joined us. If you've just joined us,
absolutely.
And look, these are all about making wonderful little gift boxes or maybe party boxes. You could use them for little girls' parties. You could use them even as for wedding favours, things like that. You could use them in so many different ways. The idea of these, of course, is that they do open up, as you can see from in here, and you could put, you know, your little bottles of perfumes in these as well. So we could put one.
Do you know, I'd absolutely love one of these, Keith, is producer Johnny's daughter, Isla. She's only like 3, I think, or 4, but she loves doing her makeup and, you know, all that sort of stuff. We all know little girls like that.
You could put makeup in there. What a little, wonderful little Christmas gift it would be, you know, a bag, a handmade little gift bag, and then filled with elements of makeup in there. You know, what a brilliant idea that is, Joe, for sure. And it's, of course, you've got 20 different sheets to be able to make 20 different bags. There are at least 10 different colourways, but because the bags are protectively double-sided in terms of the colour makeup of them, you could have them, you know, 10 one way and 10 another way. And of course, there's a lot of craftiness, Joe, within there as well. I think you mentioned earlier on about them being embossed. Well, this is one that we've embossed with it as well, where we've embossed the actual cardstock as well.
I love that one over there as well, Keith. Let me just reach over there. But this one too, the embossing on there is fabulous.
Isn't that fantastic?
It's got little love hearts on it as well, like little love heart studs all the way through it, which I think is amazing.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Really, it is, Joe. So again, you know, if you've got something like maybe a bottle of perfume and you want to be able to put that inside, there we go. Open the bag up, put your bottle of perfume inside your little gift bag there as well, and you are making something from being a wonderful gift into an amazing gift, Joe, and it's as easy as that. And of course, because it's 3-dimensional, you can decorate the backs as well as the front.
And they're really sturdy, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. You can see there, that's got a lovely, that's got a you know, quite a heavy bottle of perfume in there as well. So they are really, really sturdy as well. But what a great concept idea, a fun idea for a party.
Steady, just Leanne's watching.
Is she really?
She's just messaged, so she's watching. She said, I am watching, so don't... well, it could end up in the law court of Leanne if we're not careful.
Oh, the law court of Leanne. Right? We don't end up in the law court of Leanne.
I think she wasn't very pleased with my displaying of the paper pads.
Oh, really?
I think that's probably what it was, yeah. There was a this emoji. We're on watch, right? So be on your best behaviour.
I'm on my best behaviour.
I've told him, Leanne, don't worry.
But look, how about a little bit of a man bag or a rucksack? You know, one of those things that we would put on our backs there as well. Bit of a masculine one that has got a little header on that says father on the front there as well. So again, you can, not only for young ladies, but for those young men as well.
Absolutely. You strike me as the kind of guy that'd have a man bag, Keith.
Well, when I go on holiday, I always have my man bag.
Do you?
I don't know why.
What do you put in your man bag?
I put my wallet, I put my keys, I put my makeup.
Is it like a little cross-shoulder number?
No, it goes around my waist.
Does it? Like a proper full-on bum bag? Or a fanny pack, as they call it in the US?
Absolutely, yeah. But I only do it when I'm on holiday.
Right, okay.
Unless I'm going out somewhere where I don't want to have all the keys in my pocket. I don't want to be weighed down as well. It's the makeup that does it for me.
Yes, of course.
Too much, you know.
Absolutely. Over 80% of these have now gone, Keith. It's really busy. They are possibly going to be our next sellout.
Our next sellout. And haven't we had a few today, John?
Yes, we have indeed. We have had multiple sellouts. Whilst you're lining those up, I'm just going to grab them from here.
You've got 20 that you can make up. So all I see on my little tray here, I put them on a tray because I wanted to just be able to move them about very quickly. But you can make all of these, you know, and some, because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's only 12 on this tray, so you can still make another 8 besides what we've got on here. And of course, you can mix and match with them as well, Joe, because you've got all of the different colourways. So let's move them out of the way.
You can indeed. Right. We had, I know we had a big bundle earlier for you on this one, but they have gone. We're going to take you through what we have got left on the individuals. Going to start with the satin gold, if we may.
There are satin gold in them there.
So I believe then that means this is limited stock, the satin gold. So I did tell you earlier, didn't I, that we would have only had a finite amount of the bundle. We did have more of the individuals. This is now limited stock, though.
It's
so
limited stock.
people are shopping in their droves for the individuals now. $6.66 or $7.99 if you want to get that one.
And this is fabulous, fabulous cardstock. You can emboss with this. Look at the silky shine on there as well. It's one of those where I know many crafters, Joe, will buy 2 of these, one to use and one to stroke, because as crafters we like to stroke things as well. And you mentioned about smell a bit earlier on. There is a
Smell a bit?
Not you.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said you mentioned I smell a bit earlier. I would never say such a thing to your face. I say it to Debbie. No, I'm joking.
I think you mentioned about some of the cards.
It does smell nice.
There's a fragrance around it. There you go. Smelly card. I'm working on that idea.
Are you?
Stick with me on that one, because that may well be coming. Leanne, if you're watching, there you go. It could be well on its way down. A bit of smelly card in
Leanne,
there.
turn over now while you've still got the chance.
So this is the silk card, but you need to get it because it is limited stock.
It is indeed.
Let's move on to the silver.
So silver, how are we doing on the stock of the silver? There's 3 left on the silver,
Three,
so we haven't even got time. May as well just,
past
we'll
limited
give you the details. A metallic bright silver card, $6.66 or $7.99. The glitter green, we still have some of these in
Oh, we've
stock.
still got some of these.
5% of the stock left. 95% of the stock gone on the glitter greens.
Oh dear me.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be quick, and I will apologise. I'm going to have a word with my mate in the buying team about saying that we need more. We're going to do our Oliver Twist on him. We're going to say we need more.
Absolutely, we do.
So we need to bring a little bit more to budget for that. But listen, we've got only a few left of them. You're going to have to be quick to get them.
Silver hearts.
Silver hearts, Joseph.
5% of the stock left. 95% of the stock has gone.
There you go.
All of these that we're sharing with you, if they are in your baskets, you are going to have to check them out, or you are going to miss out, is what I will say.
And that's our new saying, in it, Joe.
Check it out. Check it out.
Oh,
you have to do the dance.
You might have the behind the mask of, who's behind the mask and all of that. Now you've got to check it out. It's going to be our word of the day.
It is indeed, even though it's 3 words, but we won't worry about that. So, the hearts. After the hearts, we're going to look at the silver bubbles, which is this one of these. Deeper stock on the silver bubbles, about half the stock left on the silver bubbles.
There you go. But we might have had a bigger quantity of
I think we did have a much bigger quantity on the silver. We did have a much bigger quantity of this than any of the others, you are correct.
The colour bounces across your screen there. Is it blue? Is it yellow? Is it gold? Is it orange? All in there. This is one of my favourites. Is this absolutely beautiful? So if you like this one, put it in your basket. You will not be disappointed with that one for sure.
Mauve. There is 7%, 93% of the stock has gone.
93%?
On the mauve. So again, limited stock on this one.
Oh, wow. And this is all part of the glitter hologram range, where you've got lovely holographic particles included. But don't forget, it is also encapsulated, so it doesn't come off. You're not going to get it all over your hands. You're not going to have it all over your workstation. It literally is a beautiful product to be able to work with. And again, emboss with it, die cut with it, and really put it through its creative paces.
Absolutely do. Red, not even going to talk about it. Details are on the screen for the red. One left. Next person to check out will get the red. So we're going to have to move on. Next we'll look at...
out there, there's one lot of red left.
Next up, we're going to look at the...
We've got the lenticular.
The lenticular.
Lenticular?
Actually, who does he play for? West Bromwich Albion?
Something like that, yes, he is.
So we're going to go to one of these two. Which one is it going to be?
We've got the hazy days.
So we're going to go to the magic lens. That's what we're calling it.
Oh, that's what we call it, magic lens.
Lens.
Yes, there we go.
Very busy.
Because magic lens is a lenticular effect on there. Because look, if you can see the image, if you look in the centre of the squares, you're seeing one little picture. But that picture then gets repeated across all of the squares. So you can use this in squares, in strips. You could go to 4, 8s, 10s, but you're getting 10 sheets of them. So look how it's like the hall of mirrors, isn't it, Joel? What you see,
it really is.
We really are. We're seeing ourselves all those many times over. It's a brilliant. I love this particular pattern, and it's pretty new to us, and therefore pretty new to you.
Brilliant. And then, so 95% gone on that one.
95!
Absolutely. And then this one is Hazy Days, is this one?
Hazy Days. Have we had Hazy Days and...
3% of the stock left.
Oh my goodness. So we're past limited stock.
Way past limited.
Limited stock of the hazy days. And these are all craftable, Joe. These are all about being able to make your wonderful crafting makes. So whatever ones you've got in amongst all of this little lot, and I know from one left to hardly any left.
Absolutely.
It would be things. But if you are going to put them all in your basket, that's what you're going to get. And that's all 100 sheets.
90 sheets.
90?
Yeah, the gold has totally
the gold's gone, yeah.
Gold is gone. There is no more gold in them there heels. Angela says, talking about the handbags, they are all pre-die cut. They are. You don't need any dyes whatsoever.
No
it's just
dyes.
a bit of picking and sticking.
That's it, Joseph. Yeah, all picking and sticking. I like that one. Yeah, we've done all of the hard work for you. Everything's pre-punched, it's pre-scored, it's ready to go. You're just going to give them a bit of a massage and pop them all out the carrier sheets. And, Joe, it does come with some step-by-step instructions that are made in the Queen's English. They're easy to follow.
Absolutely.
So if I can follow them...
They're not written in Yorkshire.
No, not written in Yorkshire, you know. That knows that there's not made in Yorkshire. They'll be able to put them together really easy.
And no one knew what you said there at home. But Angela, oh yeah, so there's that. And Betty says... Keith, you are a hoot. You're like the Energizer Bunny. It's because it's his birthday tomorrow. He's excited.
It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yes, I can't wait for all that money I've got to spend
How
on
many
drinks for
years
everybody.
young are you going to be tomorrow?
Well, we were asking you a question.
We were asking.
We
did a bit of a poll, didn't we,
Yeah,
in our Wake Up Call show? People said about 55 was the average.
Yeah, 55, 52, 55, 56. But unbelievable. Sitting down, folks, because tomorrow I am 62.
Are you?
Yeah.
Does he look
Unbelievable.
great? Does he look great? You are the most energetic 62-year-old I've ever met.
Oh,
Keith, you really are.
Well, do you know, it's just having that zest for life.
Absolutely.
The enthusiasm to bring you guys the most amazing products, which is what we do at Paper Dienamics. So thank you for all of the birthday wishes that I've received so far and all of the ones that I'm going to get in the future.
Absolutely. You'll be getting loads tomorrow. I mean, it'll be in Hello Magazine at the weekend, I reckon. Absolutely. It'll be in AOP Magazine at the weekend.
It'll be in AOP Magazine, it will for sure.
We're going to move on. We're going to go and have a little look at the natural papers now.
Natural papers.
Is where we are going. It has been busy on this. There's different ways of getting hold of these. They're $9.99 individually. I don't want you to buy them like that. I think he's telling us not to buy it. What's he saying? I want you to get the bundle, which is on your screen at the moment, because when you get the bundle, you get 2 for free, which is brilliant.
Yep.
Half the stock has gone here on these now. They were very busy in that last hour.
Yeah, and we're going to do some demos with this as well, Joe. We're going to just show you the 8 different colourways. This is one that we'll take apart in a minute or two, so we'll leave that one to the top of the pile. But as you can see from here, you get all of these little colours. The lovely tangerines and terracottas are all included in this particular bundle, along with the frames and the hearts. But we'll take that one apart in a moment or two, so we'll just leave that one there. But to go with that, you can buy them all individually. So if you want them, if you like a colour that you like, maybe the purples and the pinks, you can buy them individually.
You can. $9.99 or $11.98 individually.
Yeah, but the value is by getting all of them. And let me tell you the reason why. Because that's
how many elements did you say when you get all of them?
You get 424 elements in the whole lot. So that one's the pinks. This one is the blues, as you can see on there. And we've got things like the light blue, the terracotta blue, the sky blue, the midnight blue. And you've got all of those lovely leaves to go with them as well. And of course down here you've got the cords to go with them as well. Then you've got the earth colours, the browns and the creams in there as well. So that's colour number 3. If red's your thing, then this is the one. This is the rouge. The rouge reds in there, everything from the deep red to the bright reds included, and everything in between. Again, with red cords, red feathers, all included in the bundle. However, if you like things that are bright, how about the primary colours?
Oh, that's right, my straws of that one.
Do you know, it reminds me of a little bit of, I don't know why, but I almost think it's a bit like, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
It reminds me of sort of like maybe a bit of a Jamaican holiday, really.
Jamaican holiday?
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it just reminds me. It's just a happy...
Like a street of colourful houses in Brighton.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, street of colourful houses in Brighton. Yeah. The view is the same. Where's Brighton?
Yeah, honestly, Brighton's lovely.
Brighton, I can't say that I've ever been to Brighton.
Never been to Brighton?
No.
Oh, you've not lived.
I don't think
you pop down and see our Nigel May. He's very accommodating.
I'll have to go down there. I've seen it on, what's that programme there where...
the police one, Police Interceptors, that's what it's usually on, isn't it? 999, what's your emergency?
Yeah, they do all of the racing on the street in Brighton, don't they, really, as well.
Where else have you seen it?
I've seen it on, what's the Oh, I was watching it last night. What's the program where people are watching television?
Gogglebox.
Gogglebox. Yeah. So you got a lot of
watching
writing
people
on the Gogglebox.
watch TV. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what is the world coming to? That they make a TV program watching people watching television.
TV. But it's good, isn't it?
It's amazing television.
I think they have it in the States as well. Gogglebox is fabulous. I love it.
Gogglebox as well. There's the concept. And look, then we've got the greys in here, the blacks and the greys and the whites included. So look, colour number 1, colour number 2, colour number 3, colour number 4, colour number 5, colour number 6, colour number 7, and then finally colour number 8. And you can have all 8 of them, Joseph, for
that price, $59.89, $71.79, but that's saving you £20 or $24. So you're getting 2 for free, Keith, which is amazing.
And look how
my favourite price.
You're going to get 16 of these tags, 4 in every colourway. You're going to get 16 of the lovely little frames. You get 4 strands of the cord, and you get 16 of these beautiful mulberry leaves on there as well. And Joe, what I've got some leaves.
Oh, he's got his leaves.
A few little leaves over because look, it's all about the leaves. I mean, these are beautiful. Look, it's almost like autumn here in the studio, but these have got glitter. Unbelievable, but true. They've got glitter in them.
They're made from a sort of fibre, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're really strange.
Fantastic. These are the lovely mulberry leaves that are included in every pack. And just look at some of these. They are wowzer. And you get these included in with the set as well. Aren't they brilliant?
Really, really cool, aren't they? Absolutely glorious they are. And they're going to look beautiful.
Now, to go with those, Joe, you then get these. So we're going to show you what you're just going to get. And you get this in every pack because you're going to get 4 sheets.
And Debbie die cut with some of this in
Yes, she did, yeah.
In the last hour.
So you're going to get at least 4 or 5 sheets included in the set. Look, this one's got 5 in there of the 5 different colourways right across the colour platform there, from your ivories to your creams to your terracottas, your lovely sand camera colour there as well, and the ivory back. And this is textured handmade paper. And I'll stress handmade paper. The only professional part of this is the fact that it's been guillotined to A4 in size on a guillotine. Other than that, everything else is handmade, it's hand dried, it's hand colour washed with natural pigment inks.
Brilliant.
So there's nothing in there that's harmful to you. You can scrapbook with it, you can use it in your journaling, you can die cut with it, you really can. But to go with those, Joe, in every pack you're also going to get these. And
these
look how beautiful these are, and look at the size of the sheet as well. Now we have torn this one on, this one you can see where the tear in here. We did that on purpose,
did that, didn't we? Yeah.
to show you that. Look, when you tear it, you can actually get those lovely feathered edgings. Can you see up on here where you can literally pull on the fibres and really make those fibrous concepts. Now this is great for upcycling, I think, really, because you'll be able to wrap this around your furniture. You'll be able to use your Mod Podges and all of those things on there as well. Or you could literally, roll it up and use it for wrapping flowers, or what I said earlier on, Joe, about using it as liners in your gift boxes as well. You can do that. So you
would look brilliant put onto stuff and then decoupaged over. So, sort of scrunch that up, use a bit of sealant or like a gesso of some description which dries clear, and you could create loads and loads of texture with that.
Absolutely. And of course you then get it in the terracotta colour as well, and then you've got it in the fawn colour as well. And so you're going to get 3 sheets in every pack. So in the 8 packs, you're getting 24 of these big sheets that you can use in so many different ways. I mean, that is, I'm not quite sure, it's around about 15 inches by 20, I think, in terms of sheet size, but it's a big sheet. And of course, you could lightly iron that very carefully, just to be able to take the creases out for sure. And I know that because one of our team did actually do a little bit of lightweight ironing with them. But don't forget, you get all 3 colourways in all of the packs, Joseph.
You do indeed. So all of them for you there, $59.89 or $71.79. So that's a £20 saving. $24 is your saving. But you think, as a platinum member, you're saving an extra £12 on top of that, or an extra $14 something on top of that. $14.34, I think we're going to save above and beyond that, which is excellent. Or you can buy them individually if you want to, and if you want to get them individually, then they are going to set you back $9.99 or $11.98. Very, very busy on those. I must tell you, if you have any of that A4 cardstock that we've just looked at in your basket, you need to check it out. The red has gone. If you wouldn't mind, let me grab
Joe,
those. Thank you very much. We're going to take the red.
To show the viewers what we can do with this.
You go for it, Keith.
I'm going to go for it.
Don't you mind me. So the red has now gone. The others are all dangerously low in stock. I will let you know as they sell out. But if you've got the red in your basket, you do need to remove it, which is wonderful. Let me just grab a few of the handbags again. We're going to go back to these. How are we doing here? We're going to find out how we're doing on the top. I know that, okay, 85% of the stock now has gone on the handbags. So if you've got these, you need to be quick for them. Remember, they come to you. Let me just grab a sheet to show you precisely how they come to you, because they are all pre-die cut beautifully. All you need to do is just pop out these little elements here, and then you are good to go. And you've even got little sort of removable embellishments that you're going to be able to use for other things too. So they are a glorious proposition. I love the fact you get 20 of them for that price as well. I mean, I've seen, you know, other die cut elements, other die cut card kits out there that are brilliant, but are definitely a lot more money than this. Brilliant quality, which is what we expect from Paper Dienamics, but really gorgeous functional designs. They're going to make great gift bags, these, and they are sturdy enough. That was a proper full bottle of perfume in there that we've got there. Stronger With You by Emporio Armani. Should we have a smell? Oh, is that yours, Keith?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, I quite like that one. Delicious. Oh, that's very nice, Keith. Did you get that one for Christmas?
I did.
Yeah, I can't get the lid back on. We'll worry about that later. Anyway, $24.99, $29.89 if you want to get your hands on those. We're going to go back to Keith because he's going to treat us to another demonstration. I believe we're going to go and have a look at... is it the handbags we're going back to? No, we're going to go back to the natural papers again, so let's swap those details back for you. Remember, you're buying 6, you're getting 2 free with this particular bundle. $59.89 or $71.79 is your price on those. Right, what's next then, Keith?
So, the natural papers, look, we've used them here to be able to make the flowers up on this particular card. Let me just move that over there for you. So you can see all of the flowers on this little box have been made using those natural papers. How beautiful does that look? In a very natural kind of look as well. And then on the handbags themselves, look how we've used those papers to make the lovely flowers to coordinate with that. So this is a collection that will work on its own, or it will work with the bags themselves. Again, I wanted to just bring into play some of the little tags, because the tags are brilliant for using your stamps on. You can use them just as they are by over-stamping on there, and that really does believe in the magic, because it is magic to work with. You can stamp onto it. You can use them in so many different ways. See, we've colour washed it, and we've added one of the frames as well, and we've over-stamped this little bit of a butterfly that's on the stamp as well. There are so many different ways in which you can bring in that natural kind of look again with the strings, all of the strings that are included in with the set. You may have noticed that as well. And then just to show you, you've got a small little tag here, and equally the bigger sister tag to go with it as well. So there's a lot of playing around with these, Joe, that's going to give you a lot of creative fun. Let's move those to one side, because what I'd like to do now is we'll make up another card. For those of you who are watching a little bit earlier on this afternoon, here I made this card live on air for you, which was really... It didn't win the card of the day so far, I'm sorry to say, but you know... It
came close. It
came very close. Second or third.
It came third, yeah.
It came third. It came
out of a huge field.
That's good. Out of 3, was it? Yeah. Yeah, I came third out of 3. Listen, I have a philosophy in life, you know, Joseph. I really do, and it's not the winning that matters. It's the taking part that counts, and that's all that matters. You know, the fact that Debbie won the first time round and the second time round is irrelevant. The fact that Smithy came third, and third is irrelevant. I took part.
You did.
And that's the important thing. However, as well as my little professional, let me just show you some of the things that...
Angela's just sent a comment. She said, I love how we can hear Keith even when his mic's switched off.
Yeah, that's what our neighbours say. Look how we've used the feathers on the top of the box, and then we've used all of the concepts of the frames in to decorate these boxes as well. And of course, that is the silver card that we featured as well. So look how you can really make the most exquisite of elements to be able to make in your craft room. Let's put that to one side. Here again, we've used the feathers on the cardstock that we did a moment or two ago. And again, you can use all of the elements in there to be able to make things that are a little bit different. Look at all of these featuring the papers as well, overlaying. How beautiful are these little gift cards all been made with the fact that it's gone inside the little gift box that's come from those papers that we've just been showing in a moment. So there's no boundaries or anything that you can't do with this particular range. So it is amazing. And I just wanted to show the viewers a couple more very, very quickly. One is the little pop-up box, which is brilliant again. Up there we've got the lovely pop-up box. Let's just show you that from a front elevation. Again, using all
Are they the feathers in there?
All with the mulberry papers. All been done with the feathers. Here's the feathers at the back here. You can really take this on a magical creative journey. You could do a very simplistic card at the side of that, really. And how cool would that be to do a little gift box and a card to go with it as well? So just think a little bit outside of how it would work from outside of the box. And again, you could also do, Joe, your little magic messaging, couldn't you? So you've got a little card there, and then behind it, of course, we've also overstamped onto those papers as well. There's a lot that you can do with this, Joe. Honestly, it's a collection that will keep on giving. Here's a lovely little pop-up card that's been done. All been done with these lovely, lovely papers. So,
absolutely. A couple of questions coming in, Keith.
Yes.
What type of glue would you use on the handbags?
On the handbags, well, you need a glue that's got a good grab to start with, really. So, I mean, you can use
Would a red liner work? Red liner tape?
Red liner tape is what I use most of the time, because red liner tape has got the ultimate, you know, super sticky grab, really, to be fair. But if you're going to use a wet glue, it doesn't really matter what it is, obviously, because you're going to have allow time for it to dry. But you do need to have a glue that's got a good grab there as well. And I'm not talking about Gorilla Glue. I'm talking about, well, Gorilla Glue would work, but it would take forever to dry.
Right, okay.
But you just need, I'm sure here, if you look on the Crafters TV website, you'll find
you will indeed
loads and loads of glues, but you need something with a good grab, I would say.
Absolutely. And also Susie asked about what kind of glue on the feathers. I would imagine tacky glue, like a PVA glue on the feathers.
A tacky glue here, a PVA tacky glue, something like that.
Brilliant.
Is what I'm using on the feathers to fix the feathers, which, funny enough, is what I'm going to do in a minute or two, actually.
Marvellous.
Which is great. Do you remember I showed you, the viewers, the big sheets, Joe? Here's the big sheets. Now, again, I put a bit of red liner tape behind there in strategic places where you're not going to see it. But can you see how the feathered edging on the edges here just gives it that real, authentic, handmade kind of look and finish, doesn't it, really? And that is literally going to be on a large 8-inch by 8-inch card. Let's just make sure I've got it the right way up. If I'm going to win card of the day, I've got to make sure that it's a card that's going to open. But you've got all of those elements on there that are really going to be able to play with that for sure. That's going to go down on there, give us our lovely authentic look. So let's take the tape off and we'll put this card together. So again, I've used a bit of red liner tape on this. You're not going to see these, although it is a bit of a transparent material, which we were talking about there, Joe, won't we? To be able to, scrunch and use however you want to be able to do so. But again, just something, because it's a fibrous paper, I want to be able to just fasten these down, but I don't want you to see the tape when I'm done. You might well find within the papers there may well be little seedlings or elements, and in fact, if you just look at this one in a second or two, can you see this piece here? This is actually, it's not a fault, it's actually in the paper itself. It's the makeup of the paper. It's the way that the paper is constructed and put together. And because they're handmade, they're hand pressed, they're hand flattened, they're hand dried, it's all about, what you see is what you're going to get. But your papers might not have all of these pieces in that particular place. They may well be in other strategic areas of the papers themselves. Now I'm just going to put that down and give it a little bit of a press down on there, and you can see now we've got all the makings of a lovely handmade, hand-decorated kind of finish. And I think that from making a card point of view, Joe, I think that's going to be beautiful. Now I know we had some questions about viewers saying, well, what else can you do with it? Could you die cut with it?
Yes,
well,
indeed. Oh wow, look at that.
These. Now, you can die cut with it, and this has been die cut in the most beautiful way with the lovely rose flowers in there and the leaves and the intricacy of all of them. Look at all of the delicate parts that have die cut from that sheet. This is from the blue pack. And again, you can see, and what we've done is we've just used an ink on the edge to just colorise the edges to give it a bit of a lift and tone. And that's going to sit nicely now down on there, where we've then got the lightweight paper and the edging with that lovely handmade look over the outside edge as well. And again, we've just applied some double-sided tape to the back of these papers, Joe.
Brilliant. Very, very busy on this at the moment. The handbags are going quickly as well. I need to let you know with the handbags, if they're in your basket, you need to check them out, because we are fast approaching that point where we have as many of you trying to get hold of them as we do actually of the stock available. So if you want the handbags, please, please, please check them out. You are going to miss out very soon.
I would be saying, Joe, why wouldn't you want the handbags? They are something completely different. You don't need any tooling, you don't need any die cutters, you don't need any machines. If you're new to crafting, what a great way to start. You get the instructions included with the set, so if you're not very confident and you've not done anything like that before, you will be extremely confident after you've made the first one, and you've still got another 19 to go.
Absolutely.
Which you can design and build, and you may well have your own ideas of how your particular bags might want to look. So look, we're going to overlay now our lovely flowers down on the centre of that sheet, just giving the little edging to the handmade little finish down on there as well. So that's beautiful, going to go down on there again, nicely fixed down on there. And what you've also got then, Joe, is again, look at this one. Again, we're talking about there being die cut. Look how delicate that die is on there. It's a lovely heart. This is made again out of the blue tone papers, but beautiful, beautiful hand finished. And as you can see from on there as well, let's go that way where we're bringing it up. You can see the actual lumps and bumps in the papers.
Absolutely.
All beautifully handmade.
And that's not embossed, is it? The back side of that is totally flat.
Yeah, it's fabulous the way it's been pressed, Joe, to be able to give you those lovely effects and desires. I mean, you could put it back through an embossing folder if you wanted to do so, but I think that all natural kind of look is really sought after and would be extremely popular. And the other thing I'd like to say as well, Joe, is that you can make and sell with these papers. There's no rules, there's no saying, well, you can't sell it to this and you can't sell it to that. You can sell it wherever you like.
That's always really nice, isn't it? So if you
well, it's important to, I think, to us, Joe, to be able to bring that into play. I'm going to put the little love heart over onto this particular side. Now again, let's bring into play, shall we, those tags. And I wanted to stress how you can stamp onto them. And you can just stamp them. I mean, look, we've got the very lightweight stamping here to the heavyweight stamping on that side. So again, we're getting that lovely, authentic, distressed look. And again, we've not glued these together. We've put a little bit of inking on the edges of these tags. We've die cut down on the bottom edge on here. You can see how these have all been die cut. So for those of you asking, can you use your dies on them? Yes is the answer. And how fabulous is that? And we put some 3D foam pads on the back so that we can actually put these dies down, these tags down on here. And again, look at the string, how the cord that's included with the set. This is not an extra, it's in there already. You can play around and be able to make the most beautiful cards that are definitely going to be able to be sold for a premium, or the recipient's going to be absolutely amazed on how have you done that and how have you made that. And I think there's nothing better, Joe, than a handmade card. But a handmade card made with handmade papers is, well,
absolutely. And also, definitely consider getting the bundle, because when you get the bundle, $59.89, $71.79, we charge you for 6, but we send you 8. So you're going to get 2 for free when you get them in that particular configuration. So they are available individually, but I want to get the best value, and that involves getting all of the colours. You get all the colours, you've got all the options as well then, Keith, haven't you?
Yeah, 424 usable elements in there, Joe. Absolutely beautiful. And again, I'm going to bring one of the leaves into there, and I'm also going to put in a die-cut little heart out the silvers. We're going to put the heart on the heart of the silver effect on there as well, which we're going to do. And that's just to trap that lovely little leaf on at the bottom there. And then, of course, with the silver metallics as well, look how wonderful you can die-cut intricate parts like this. Or you could you could die cut your little leaves and things. All of those metallic cards, if you've got them today, well done, congratulations. That you're not going to be disappointed, because you could apply all of these elements to the range. Other thing, Joe, that you can do as well is look at the papers on here and look how we've actually cut these into strips, and then we've wound them up to make the most authentic handmade little flowers. And you can do that with all of the papers. Honestly, literally cut them into the strips. Usually best to do that is to actually try and describe that really, if I can, well, let me just see if I've got something where I can show you that really. I've got a bit of a paper here. Have I got a pen, Keith? Let's get a pen. This is how, when I'm working with our design team, Joe, you'll not believe this, I do what they call a smithy doodle. And I know it's on a bit of a
Smithy doodle?
Yeah, Debbie put this in the bin really. I mean, personally, I'd be saying...
You've been bin diving?
Sorry?
You've been going through the rubbish again?
Yeah, I've gone through Debbie's rubbish down here and I found this paper, and I'd be having words with myself saying, why have you put that in the bin myself? But anyhow, that's another story, each to their own. But look, this is a smithy doodle. So what you can do is you're just going to get something like this, and you're going to go like that, and you're going to go like that, and you're going to go like that. And that's a smithy doodle, all right? That's as good as I'm going to get as an artist. But of course, if I wanted to then, cut those out, I could literally then go the other way and go back round this way, and back round this way, and back round this way. I'd probably do it slightly thicker if I'm being honest. But then, what you would do then, Joe, is you would cut all of them out and then wind them up. And if you wind them up, this is how you end up then with these.
Oh.
It's so easy to do.
Smithy
We are
doodle
working
flower.
on a project.
A Smithy doodle flower.
It's a Smithy doodle flower, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, amazing.
Because you literally cut that out and wind it up. You just wind it all up, wind the bobbin up, wind the bobbin up. You do, you do all of that, and you can then just put a little bit of glue on the tip, and it will hold it together. But how brilliant are those? If you haven't seen them before, then watch this space. We may well have something coming in not too distant future. And I put some tape on the back of these little flowers as well. And what we could do then, Joe, is we could just apply. Where do you think the flowers should go, Joe? Top, middle, or bottom?
Bottom.
I agree. Bottom would be my little bit as well. So we're going to put one down. We'll put one in the middle, down on the bottom, down on here. Absolutely lovely. And we'll do another one down onto this side as well. We could apply that down on the bottom. Again, all I've done is used a bit of, again, a bit of glue on the bottom there, or a bit of red liner tape is going to work just as well. And we'll put number 3 on the bottom as well, really, Joe, because we can. I like things that are symmetrical. I'm a very symmetrical person, really. My feng shui in the house says it's got to be, I've got to have a yin and a yang that mixes and matches with each other, and that's going to go down onto there. And then look, we can put some little, we'll put some of these little pearls down the middle of the hearts as well, because I've got those little 3 there, and we're just going to put those 3 hearts down the centre there. And we could apply these again. What I would be doing is probably using my the bit that Debbie threw in the bin, and I'll just put a bit of glue on there because I don't want to get too glued up. But we'll put some glue on there. Oh, Keith, I've left the top off earlier on, Joseph, and now it's it's coming off. It's coming off. It's coming off. We're good. We're good. We're good. I forgot to put the top on my glue, so apologies for that. But we've got the glue on there, and now what I'll do is I'm just going to apply a tiny little bit of dibble and dabble of gob of glue onto my little leaves on there as well, and we could put a leaf up onto here just to give it again a little bit of an authentic little bit of a look. We can do all of that as well, and we've got another one, so we'll do another one. We'll do a bit of glue onto there and onto there. I don't like getting too sticky when I'm having to demo with other products as well, but giving you the general idea of how that could work. You could go on and on and on, and as I say, I've got a lovely little love heart here that would go nicely underneath that one there. If I just move that one round again, we need a bit more glue onto the back here, but look how fabulous these hearts have actually die cut out. Let me put the lid back on because it'll do the same again if I don't remember, because I'm getting old, you know. I know, Joe, you say you don't look a day over 21.
You don't look a day over.
I know, I heard that story from you, and thank you very much. But look, we've got a bit of glue on there, just a little bit of dab of glue on there, and we'll put that one on those little hearts there. That's going to go down nicely onto there. And that first one's just going to be a little bit of a floater, so you can hide behind on there as well. When that's dried, it's going to be amazing. Joe, there we go. There's a wonderful card, all using those handmade papers. They've been die cut, they've been coloured on the edges. You can stamp onto them, you can roll them up, make your own little flowers. There's every reason, Joe, to have this. And if you like this card, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this card, you can make this at least 8 times over with 8 different colours.
Absolutely, you can indeed. Let me take you back through then the colours that you are getting. You're going to get the orange tones firstly as well. So I don't have that one to hand because Keith destroyed the packet. But let me show you the other ones. You've got the lovely orange and creams in here. You've got this one there, which is those beautiful. It's very dark in tones. It's got blues and blacks in that one. Then you've got your very deep teals, the wonderful semi in Brighton. It's like a sort of a row of colourful houses, isn't it? That one there is the beautiful reds. You've got those lovely ivories and creams, the blues, and you get the pinks and purples in there as well, which is brilliant. So definitely snap those up. Right. We are going to go back through the A4s. I'm going to tell you what we've got left because it's very, very critically low. Let's start with the silver hearts, which is these ones just here. 5% of the stock left on the silver hearts. Hundreds, thousands of little hearts in there. Absolutely beautiful. All iridescent. Really beautiful. A really good all-round weight on these too. So if you want to use it for, look at that. Disco Inferno. It's like being down the discos in the 70s, Keith, this one.
It is.
Isn't it? Then we've also got, so 5%, 95% of the stock gone on that one. The Magic Lens. I love this one. You can look, it's amazing. You need to get it home and look at it so you can see how brilliant it is. It's really, really good fun. 95% of the stock of the Magic Lens has also sold out and gone. You'll need to be quick if you want that one. We have also got the Bubbles, which is this one here. This one's jumped from half to 2/3 gone. already. So you will need to be quick if you want to get your hands on that one. That one's going very fast now as well. Hazy Days, which are these ones. There is 3% of the stock remaining. 97% of the stock gone on the Hazy Days. Last call for that. I mean, it's last call for pretty much all of these. Next up will be the green, the lovely green glitter. 96% of the stock gone on the glitter, the one that's got that beautiful iridescent glitter in there. It's a really lovely sort of racing green, that one. Then the mauve. 93% of the stock of the mauve has gone. You will need to be quick if you want to get your hands on that one. And we also have the satin gold. Let me grab this one. 94% of the stock has gone on the satin gold. So you need to be quick if you want to get your hands on that one. And then finally, the bright silver. There is 3 of those remaining. 666, 799. If you want to get your hands on any of them. Very, very busy out there at the moment. So definitely snap those up. Remember, we've got another hour coming up as well in about 15 minutes time, just over, with Debbie. My TV wife, the fish, will be back and we will have another hour of cravings for you, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. Righty-ho, we are going to move on and we're going to move back to the handbags. Now, how are we doing on the handbags? Oh, limited stock. They are limited stock, the handbags. If you want them, you will need to get them very, very quickly. Limited stock means we're down to the last 10% of our stock that we have. And these are brilliant if you want to put things like little miniatures and stuff in here. We'll go in here beautifully. You get 20 different designs in here. You get one in, you've got 2 different colour tones you were saying as well, weren't you, Keith? £24.99 or £29.89 if you want to get them. They are limited stock. It is your last chance to grab a hold of these. Right then, Smithy.
They are limited stock.
Limited stock.
Yes, I like that word, limited stock. Listen, I've had a great day today. I hope you've enjoyed the shows. There's even more to come because there's another hour after me. But I love coming here and bringing you what we do at Paper Dienamics to you guys on Crafters TV. Here's just using the blues, the kind of ideas of what you can do with the blues. So there's the card that I just made just a moment ago. There's, of course, the little gift box that we did as well. And if you were watching earlier on, there's the card that we did. Look at the 3 different concepts, all completely different, but all using the blue handmade papers.
They are indeed.
Which is fabulous.
Wonderful. Now, you're going to do another demo for us, is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to do another demo for you, Joe.
Brilliant.
Yeah? Just don't rush me, don't rush me. You can't rush out. Look, I'm going to grab.
We're going to go back to the handbags. They're limited stock, though, Smithy. Limited stock, limited stock.
It's limited stock, Joe. Listen, I've done no prepping on this. So
what have you got to do?
Put this together from scratch.
What have they got to do at home?
Huh?
What have they got to do at home?
You've got to
check it out.
Check it out.
Absolutely.
If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. But you've got to check it out. I'm gonna register that.
There's an album coming soon to all.
This is how the sheet
all
comes
good bargain bins.
Oh, everything's pre-punched. So you can see from there. You do have coordination, so you can see down here, all done with the little bullseyes on this set, but you've got so much more. So when I've popped this out the sheet, look, here's a bit of an interesting concept, which I mentioned earlier on today, because I've popped that out. That's my bag. There you go. There's the bag. That's as easy as that. But look at this here. And I'm thinking, right, if we had some of the mulberry papers now to hand, which I haven't, but if I did have, I could actually use that on the mulberry papers. Josie, bring me a sheet over of, from the terracotta, the pack that's open.
What sort of sheet?
Just one of the A4 sheets, Joe. Let's just have a quick look and see what we can do with them. There you go, that'll do. That one's there. This is in the lovely...
it's like a craft card, isn't it?
Craft card brown or camel brown, I think it is. But look, I'm thinking, right, well, what we could do is we could literally overlay that on there. We could get our little pencils out. We could draw around it, cut it out. The score lines are dead easy because it's from point to point, point to point, point to point, point to point. That's all you need to be thinking about. And of course, you've got this to follow as the concept of where the score lines need to be. So bish bash bosh, all of a sudden, you could be making, well, let me think, 4, 8, 24. You could make another 24 different coloured handbags.
Mulberry handbags.
From the mulberry papers.
Mulberry handbags.
And you've got the template to do that with. How brilliant is that particular concept? Once you've got this popped out, it's as easy as this. Look, boys and girls, all you got to do is fold it, fold that over there, fold that over there. I'm sorry, I've got glue on my fingers. That's terrible.
Oh, sticky fingers. Not the first time that's been said.
Well, too many times, I think, Josie. There you go, that's another story. And we're going to fold that up to there as well. Thanks, mate. I'm going to throw you under a bus as well, really, at some point or other. These sticky fingers. You don't have sticky fingers, don't Smithy? Look, but of course, you can see now how easy the concept is coming together. It's all about being able to pop that together and be able to make those beautiful effects. And of course, it's 365, so you've got all of the elements on there to be able to put that together. Now, all it is a case of now, Joe, is really just getting your tapes out. I'm going to use a bit of red liner tape because we can and we will. And we're going to put these up onto here. We don't even have to glue that little bit. We could put a little bit over that bit there, and then we'll see where we're going to go. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work definitely. Let's do the same on the other side. We're just going to use a little bit. I did say we'd only use 2 bits of tape, and we're just going to use 2 bits of tape to be able to put the whole bag together in terms of its concept idea. So there we go. There's the 2 bits of tape that we've used on that. Oh, I could have done with a wet wipe, but never mind. I'll use my trousers. It's not a problem. Because I'm going straight from here back to Yorkshire.
What's the big plan then for the birthday tomorrow?
The big plan for the birthday tomorrow? Well, I'm at work tomorrow during the day because, of course, you know, I have to work for a living. And then tomorrow evening, my daughter and son-in-law elect are coming over, and I think we're having a bit of cake and we're having a bit of something to eat. And
Are you staying in or going out?
We won't be going out because, believe it or not, we actually live, or actually more the other way, is that we have my wife's grandmother.
Your
lives
wife's
with us.
grandmother?
My wife's grandmother lives with us. And Nana is, we call her Nan, she's our Nana, but she is 97, so she doesn't travel particularly too well out and about. And then we have Karen's mother living with, I know.
So you've got your mother-in-law.
How can I look this good when
Yeah.
I live with the mother-in-law and the mother-in-law's mother, and I had my daughter living in the house, I got my 2 boys living in the house, I got 2 dogs, of which one is like humongous 30 kilos worth of dog.
How big's
can
the
I
house?
look this good?
You must live in a mansion.
Every room's occupied, Joe.
Is it? Okay. No chance coming to stay for a few weeks then, no?
No, we can't put you up unless it's in a tent in the back garden. We can do. Now look, let's get to this bit as well, because now we've got all of the elements in here that you can actually fit on that. And then we've got the lovely lid that's going to work with your bag as well. And look, you can see on here, already pre-scored for you. So we're going to fold that over there, and we're going to fold that over there. That's as easy as it's going to get. And you can then fasten that up. What we could do is we'll put some red liner tape on the inside of there. Honestly, it is such good fun because, again, get the younger crafters involved as well. They're going to love it, absolutely love it, because you can be the designer. You can design however you want your handbags to look, and that's where we were with some of these concepts have come out. For instance, the one that's like a bit of a rucksack was designed by our Colette, thinking outside of the box. Right, how can we make this have maybe a little bit of a masculine feel to it? Is by saying, right, well, let's just make it into a bit of a rucksack, which I think, Joe, you've got over there. But look,
I have. It's brilliant, that rucksack.
That's going to go
like a proper
nicely
satchel,
over
isn't
the
it?
top onto here, and you can see now how the lid is now beginning to form by just putting that over the top there. So we've now got that fastened onto the top, and you can see we're really getting the concept together to work really, really well with that. You've then got other things then. Let's just, on this one, because we did the pocket earlier on, what we're going to do is let's put a bit of a strap over this one. So we've got the strap on here. We've also got the elements where we can pop these little bits out, and we're going to get the little bit of a buckle hole. So we could do all of that as well. So there's our lovely little bit of a buckle holes onto there. Let's get one of the buckles out, shall we? We've got a buckle down on here. Look, this is no ordinary buckle. This is a buckle with a bit of a diamond jewel fixed to it as well. Give it a bit of a massage. If it doesn't come out, just give it a bit of a push and a prod, and it will come out because it's already pre and die cut for you. You just have to break the pips into the side of the cheeks, and then look, that little element has come out as well. You could use that a bit later on. But now we've got the buckle. The buckle could go, that could go through there, and then we could go through there. We could then put that, because obviously buckles work by putting the that bit through there, so you could do all that. I haven't even used any glue yet, Joe. I've just literally pushed the buckle on there. Oh, what we could do is we could actually fold that back a little bit, and we could tuck that buckle down back underneath there as well, so we could do all of that. He's making a bosh of that, but never mind, he won't see it in a moment or two when I get that put through there. Oh, look at that. We're really beginning to get together our lovely little buckle set, and it's not even glued, it's just held on by its natural phenomena there. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to put that over the top on top of the bag. They're not pre-scored because you might want to put your buckle wherever. So what we can do is we're just going to fold that on the top and fold that there. We've now got ourselves two little fold lines, so we'll fold that little bit into there, make sure it's square, and fold that in, give it a bit of a nip. Because the card's of such good quality, you can fold that over and again just give it a nip and it will naturally score. Look, it's not cracking, it's just naturally formed a beautiful score line. On here, we're going to put a bit of tape onto this little bit down onto here, Joe, which is fabulous. So we can put a bit of tape onto there. If you didn't want to use anything like you know, fixings that you can get. I think we asked the question. I'm not quite sure what the answer was. Oh, what did you do there, Keith? It's gone all over the place. My red liner tape ran out of red. Ran out of liner. It's gone off. It's because it's warm in here, Joseph, isn't it?
It is very, very warm in the shade. It's been very warm in the northeast today. It's been 29 degrees in the northeast. Unheard of for the Costa County Durham.
Well, you know, a lot of people say that I'm hot, but not as hot as it is in here, John.
No, absolutely.
Well, I wish. A lot of people said I'm hot. Said I'm hot. I'm hot. Only in my head. Right, let's put that over the top over there, and that's going to go nicely into the centre. We're going to push that down onto the back. So now we've got ourselves a little bit of a fix in there, and as you can see onto the back there, what you could do then is you could either put on, and let's just show you the viewers, we could put the pocket onto the front so that the buckle goes down inside the pocket. You may want to use that as a little bit of a fixing, or if you want to do, you could literally get one of the something like these little dooblies here, which are your little Velcro buttons, and you could just literally take the yin and the yang of the Velcro button, and we could put that behind there, Joe. I'm not quite sure if we have them on our website here at Crafters TV.
Yes, we do. I believe we've got the Velcro dots on the website.
Excellent. Well, there you go. And that could go really, really nicely behind onto there. So we're going to take the Velcro button on there. So that means then that it's going to be literally fixable. So that's going to go beautifully down on there. We have got a few finger marks on with my sticky fingers, as you refer to them, Joseph, there. But then we've then got all of the elements of where do we want to go and decorate them out. Let's start with the handle, shall we? So we'll pop out the handle. Again, beautifully hot foiled with a lovely gold finish. But you can either have the satin gold, or you can have the rose gold kind of effect, Joe. The choice is yours. And again, the handles, you can fix them however you want, wherever you want. It's entirely up to you. You could use two handles and intertwine them with each other, bearing in mind that you do get 20 different handles included in with the set, but a little bit of fixing tape on either of the end of the handles, and it's as easy as being able to put these together, Joe, like this. And decorating the bag is entirely up to you. You can take it on whatever creative journey you want, because that's going to go beautifully up there.
Mary Rhino's cat's mesmerised by you, Keith.
Oh, look, and it's as easy as doing that. Look, it's there we go. It's the handles going on your bag. Of course, we've got the little finish on the front there as well. And then what we can do then, Joe, is we can decorate it accordingly. We could put a little thank you tag on there if we wanted to do so. So we could apply a little bit of a thank you tag on there. We could put that onto there, a bit of 3D foam pad behind that. So this could be a great gift. You might want to say it's a thank you, a little bit of a thank you gift. That could go on to that part of it there if we want. And then, of course, you've then got things like the butterfly. Look how beautiful this butterfly is hot foiled. And again, you could put your little diamantes down onto there if you wished. You can really play around with however you want to be able to do whatever you want to do with them. You've got so many choices. Decorating it is the easier part of it once you've got the bag together. Now, of course, you've got some samples there, Joe, where two bags have been put back to back.
I have indeed.
That's quite easy to do as well. Just apply the two bags, put them together, glue the back together, and you've got bish bash bosh. You've got a twin compartment handbag, something that you ladies are.
You could take the middle out of that if you wanted as well, couldn't you?
You could, Joe, yeah.
As long as you left a tab around the outside, you could absolutely cut the middle of that out as well and make one big compartment.
You could, and therefore it'd be like a real handbag, Joseph. It would be a real handbag because you'd be able to put your compartment. You can put money in them. How about a money bag? There you go.
Yeah.
We're short of no ideas at all, are we really?
What is the GSM on the handbags, Keith?
If you look on the sheet now, we've still got a zip. We could put a zip onto the top of it if we wanted to do so. Look at the authenticity of the zips. It's got a real zipper on there. Unzip yourself, Keith. Unzip yourself. Again, it's just a matter of putting a bit of tape on there.
More like zip it, Keith.
It could be more like zip it. When I get home, that's what my good lady will be saying to me. Keith, will you just zip it and go to sleep? Because I'll be telling them all about what happened, Joe. Well, she starts off by saying, what happened, what happened, what happened? You know, was it a good day? Was it a good day? Was everybody nice to you?
Yeah.
And of course the answer is always, always, yes, 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 and yes. And then she'll say, zip it. Zip it.
Zip it, and that's it. She just wants to know you're right. What's the GSM on the handbags, Keith?
260 GSM as a minimum on the bags there, Joe, as a minimum. There are some gold sheets in there that are 300 GSM included on there, but we've put a little bit of a zipper underneath there. You can see the zip on the top there to give that. Literally, Joe, we could take this wherever we wanted to do so. We've got flowers on here. We've got the extra buckles. We've also got these decorative elements on here as well, all of which will pop out the page. But they're all just going to come out and give you these lovely little buttons. So if you wanted to play an authentic button effect onto the front, you could do all of that. If you want to put flowers onto the front of it, you could do all of that as well. You've got so many creative opportunities, Joe, to be able to just have so much fun.
Yes, you really, really do.
And look, a handbag even needs a key, doesn't it? You know,
You what?
You've got to have a key, haven't you? You've got to have a key.
Got to have a key, yeah, absolutely.
And if you don't have a key, Joe, you've got to have a lock.
I want to share with you, very busy still on these handbags, $24.99, $29.89. The Silver Haze has sold out and gone. There are a couple of others that are really on the brink of sellout. I mean, there's 1s and 2s left of the others, lots of them in baskets. If you want any of the A4 card stock in the show, you will have to be quick. You'll have to check it out immediately to get your hands on it. I want to remind you one more time on these, the natural papers, very busy still on these. Over half the stock has gone here, which is brilliant. So if these are in your bag, consider checking them out. This one here is your blues and blacks. You've then got those lovely deep teals and greens, the multi too, the wonderful reds in there, that lovely sort of natural with the caramel and the brown, chocolate brown, the blues and the pinks and purples in there too. And you will get the sort of bright, burnt orange and ivory as the other one. They're available individually. They're $9.99 individually. However, you get them in this configuration. You can see here you get the best value for money because you get 2 for free in that particular configuration. So $59.89, $71.79 is your price there on those. Platinum members, you're looking at a price of $47.91 or $57.43. Keith, when are you back with us here on Crafty TV?
About the 23rd of August, just before I go on my Jolly Jollies.
Oh, I think that's with me again.
Third time lucky, Joseph. Third time lucky.
I'm going to check, Keith, because it would be the 3rd time in a row, wouldn't it? The 23rd, you say?
I believe it's the 23rd, yes.
It is with me, absolutely. And Debbie, too.
We've got the dream team. We've got Debbie.
And John's going to be here as well, but don't let that put you off. Right, we are going to be back in just... Well, we're not going anywhere because we haven't got any videos. So we're going to wheel Keith out live out of the studio.
He's going to be wheeled out. I'm going in that direction.
So we're going to wheel Keith out live. We'll just push his stuff over there. It won't matter. There we go. Let's remind you then of some other items whilst you're here. So let's have a little look at the large numbers, which are these ones here. Been proving very... been proving very... Oh, careful. We'll cut back and now his shirt will be gone the next time. That's all we need. Let me share with you the different ways in which you can use these here. So here is the number 1, 2, and all different card concepts as well every time you're using these, which is absolutely excellent. You can see. And it's been a really long time since we've had all of the numbers in stock. So great that they're all in stock at the moment, but also brilliant that what you've then got too is a 50% discount. They're half off on these, which is absolutely excellent. So make sure you are snapping them up. You can see here are all of those different numbers, 3120 or 5120, if you want to get your hands on those, which is absolutely brilliant. He's coming back in. You can't keep a good man down. We are going to share with you, I don't know what I've done with them, the wonderful Sarah Signature paper pads. Who knows what I did with them, to be honest. Let's share with you. Shall we have a little look at the heartfelt greetings in that case? Absolutely. You didn't see what I did with the Sarah Signature pads, did you, Johnny? Did you know what I did? Sorry? I think John's taking them away, yeah. You don't mind me, Keith, don't mind me.
He's too efficient.
Let me share share with you the heartfelt greetings then that we've got from Sharon Callis. These are absolutely brilliant, as you can see here. So you're going to get 4 really lovely big sentiments. They cut the aperture for you also, and you've got the sentiment in there. What you can do if you want to is clip the sentiment out with a pair of snips. I'm guessing you could, Debbie, couldn't you? Just take a pair of Smithy. Just take a pair of clips and clip those numbers out. So you've got send blessings. You've got happy birthday in here as well. You've also got thank you. And you've also then got as well thinking of you too. £15 or $16.96. That saves you £45 or $50, which is absolutely sensational value for money. It really is. Your platinum price here, £12 or $13.57, which is brilliant. Is that question coming in? Lots of love coming in for Keith, as there always is. Eileen saying good afternoon to everyone. Patty says, is there a way to use the large numbers for double digits without having to glue 2 pieces together and have a seam down the middle? I was trying to work it out in my head, but not getting a solution.
Wow, Patty, was that?
Patty, yeah.
Honestly, Patty, I think you've just read my mind, because that's exactly what we're doing in the demo.
Brilliant.
Exactly. We're going to show you exactly how to do that, because yes, there is an easy way to do it, and to have that card with those 2 numbers, 3 numbers, however you want to do it.
John's not very happy with me, Debbie.
Oh, what?
The papers. I've had him looking for these papers for the last 15 minutes.
Was you
They were
just
just there. Thanks, John.
Would you like to show them before
You're
we
right.
start the demo?
He's still here. He's going to live here. He's moving in.
Well, it's all gone to pot, ladies and gentlemen.
It has. The wheels have come off. They finally have. Sorry,
we'll show
Debbie.
the pads then. Let's do the demo, shall we? And then we'll show the pads. Now you've got them.
The last thing we need is the pads.
Right, so I'm taking the number 2 and 1. It means, obviously, you can have a 21 birthday or you can have a 12th birthday. It doesn't matter which way round you do them. Now, the great thing with these dies is that they come with the coordinating stencil as well, and you're getting that in both pieces. So we don't need the dies at the moment, so let's pop them to the side, and we're going to take our numbers. Now, what you'll need to do is, that's got a bit of tape on there, I believe. Let's just take that bit off just so it doesn't interfere. Actually, I think it's doesn't want to come off. It's well and truly glued itself in there. What I do want to make sure, and this is really important when you're using your stencils, is you've got them the right way, because it's quite hard to see that that could be your number 2. So I'm just going to make sure that this will go in the centre of that one, and you'll see what I mean, because if it was that way round, your number 2 wouldn't fit in there. So just make sure you've got that the right way round and not back to front as well. And actually, there we go. I think I had it back to front. That fits better. So there we go. So it just shows you to do that. Now, all you have to do is get yourself a piece of folded cardstock. I've folded a piece of A3 cardstock, and I've just trimmed it knowing what my sizes will be. Now, be mindful of the size of your cards, so what it's going to be to put into the envelope, and how much apart that you want them. So I want to use this bottom piece that's going to come here and that top piece, so both of my layers will go together. So I'm just going to make sure, I'm going to pop that inside, because I want to make sure my 2 is not going to be wonky. So that will be my number 2. My number 1 is easier because obviously it's a straight line on the sides, and we're going to just slightly overlap them, but take them both so they come over the edges there, just like so. And then all I'm going to do is take a piece of tape, and I am just going to take down in that centre piece, okay? And then we're going to draw around those. So we're making sure we draw around this bit here where we're going to cut. We're also going to come down on the sides. Now I'm just using pencil. You can, if you wanted to, you could do it back to front and do it on the back, and then you wouldn't have any lines showing. Or you could do what I done earlier, where you just ink them. You can also use your stencils as different sizes of mats and layers. So as you go around your stencils, coming around there. I just need to do that middle section, so I've just realised that. I've put the tape over that bit. So just remember and be mindful of where you want your cutouts to be. So I'm going to take that one away, and I want to use that as a cutout piece as well. Okay, so when you take that away, what that's going to do now is create my number 21 card. So let's grab our scissors. First of all, let's cut around our edges. So I'm just going to follow that line around and there as well. Just cutting those, and then we're going to bring that around. So I'm just cutting slightly on the inside so I don't get that line, but you just cut as near to that line as possible. And like I say, even if you do cut on that line or it slightly shows, you haven't got to worry about it because you can rub that away. So just make sure you use a pencil. So bringing that around, and then we're going to just continue. And what I would say is hold your scissors. You can see I'm not really moving my scissors from in the direction they're going. I'm moving my cardstock around. You get a much smoother line than actually moving your scissors.
Debbie,
Yeah?
after this demo, will you please tell us a story about Al and the Moulin Rouge? I feel like the time has come.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will. I will absolutely do that. Right, once you've done that, we're then going to, I'm going to just find a craft knife.
Rhonda Crowley says, oh, hi, John. He is so handsome. Thanks, Rhonda. What am I, chopped liver?
Do we have a newbie in and not seen John before?
Rhonda says, hello, John.
Hi, Rhonda.
Right, so all I'm doing is going down a few times to cut right through to the other side of my card. So just using that. If you feel like you need to use your scissors to get in there, your little snips, then do whatever suits you, because if you're used to having little scissors, just make a small little incision and then you can sort of go round those shapes. So just using that to go around and onto there, and that cuts that out. So that gives me my 21. So then what you want to do is, I've already done these two here. I've cut out, so I've used my template again, but this time I've drawn round the, let me pop it into place so you can see exactly where I've popped that. I've drawn round the second one in, and that gives me a matten layer. So it gives me my number 2 and gives me my number 1. And then what I've done then is I've used my die cuts to actually die cut the numbers out. So I'll just bring those in. So, and you can see, because of the size of them to the size of our stencils, it means everything evens out. Just going to cut that little piece away. And if you wanted to sort of rough up your sides, use your scissors, just the end piece, and you can go along. You can either smooth them out or make it a little bit rougher, which gives it a really nice distressed look.
Do you like it smooth or do you like it a bit rougher, Debbie?
Like a bit of both, to be honest,
Do you?
Joe. So, oh, I think it's Fake Friday for Joe, isn't it? Absolutely. You're very naughty, Joe.
Oh, mate, I was talking about the craft card.
I know you was. I
mean,
you
it just
was.
gives you two different looks and feels, doesn't it?
Jonathan, could I have a tape pen if we've got any?
Jonathan! Keith's the only person that calls me Joseph, I've noticed as well.
Oh,
Like I've been
they're
naughty.
hiding. John knows all the good hiding spots, so. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jonathan.
I don't even know if you are a Jonathan. Are you a Jonathan? You're not
Are you
at
not?
all. No.
He is a
You
John.
are a
There you
John.
are.
I apologise for calling you Jonathan. You could call me Deborah if you want to. That is my real name. Right, so.
Oh, here she goes. Her
You
chuckle
two-
muscles well and truly warmed
you
up
two
now.
laughing together. So yeah, so while I'm putting this together, I'll tell my story on the Moulin Rouge. So I bought Al tickets for his 50th birthday. Obviously, I bought him. We went to Paris. Bought him tickets to the Moulin Rouge. Now the reason I did that, because I thought the Moulin Rouge was like a theatre show. I didn't really look into it thinking what it was. But I paid quite a lot of money, and it was a dinner dance and 3-course meal with champagne, and I thought it'd be amazing.
Yeah, and in my head, quite a big glitzy affair.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but Al didn't look too he didn't really react how I thought he would have reacted to
What,
his
when you sort of told him you were going?
When I gave it. So I bought the Moulin Rouge DVD.
Right.
And then I put details down inside of what we were doing and the tickets, and said what's better than the DVD than to go and actually see the show itself at Moulin Rouge. So I thought that was really nice, and sorted that all out. So Al was like, well, to be honest, we don't need to get dressed up. We can just go out for the day and then just go to the Moulin Rouge in the evening. And I was a bit disappointed with that, thinking, well, I wanted to get dressed up. I wanted to go out for this dinner dance. I paid a lot of money, and he seems to just be quite flippant about it. So,
but he knows Paris quite well, doesn't he? So you're probably thinking, oh, well, obviously he knows.
So, so he does know Paris really well. So he actually thought the Moulin Rouge was a little bit seedy. Because it's in a certain part of Paris, at Montmartre, and so he didn't think it would be as spectacular as what it actually was.
Yes.
So anyway, we went, and I decided that, well, actually, okay, we're not going to go back to the hotel and get changed, but I'm going to wear a nice dress for the day that will send me into the evening as well, which is what I did. So I felt really nice. Al had a Hawaiian red shirt on. And red trainers and denim shorts, so
right.
It looked nice. We queued up, got into the Moulin Rouge. As we hit the door, the man in a very nice tuxedo at the door, who was...
and how was everyone else dressed at this point?
So we're looking around, and he said, everyone's dressed up. And everyone was dinner jacket, lovely long ballroom dresses, like really dressed up. And then the man stopped him and said, you can't go in, there's a dress code.
Oh dear.
So we was like, oh no, we're a long way from the hotel, we're going to miss our reservation. So we said, well, what can we do? And they said, well, you could go and buy some trousers and then we can let you in. So we said, well, what about his trainers? And they were like, well, they're not really suitable, but you can go in with your trainers. So we went to this shop round the corner that the Moulin Rouge told us to go to, and as soon as we asked for trousers, they actually said to us, "Are you going to the Moulin Rouge?" So I think they must have loads of people. So we got totally ripped off with a pair of really baggy brown trousers, which were horrendous. And Al's quite my height. He's a little bit taller than me, so he's quite short. So he had these baggy trousers on with red trainers and this white shirt. and a carry bag with his denim shorts in. We were queuing up.
I bet he was fuming.
Well, he was really angry, but he didn't say a word because he knew I'd paid for this and he didn't want to upset me. But he actually looked like I took the hobo in off the street to go and watch the show. It was very funny.
You're all dressed up and there's him in these baggy brown. Brown and red, there's a combo.
Awful. I mean, think of, if you can picture it in your mind, it was a million times worse. He looked like the hobo I'd picked up off the street just a treat to the Moulin Rouge. And then as we got, and it's all red carpet, and you sort of walk down these steps, and then the woman come over and she said, excuse me, you can't take that carrier bag. So he had his carrier bag took off of him. And he was fine once he got his feet under the table. And actually, it was the most spectacular show I've ever seen. It was very good, but it was very funny that I had a hobo with me.
You should buy him. Did he bring the brown trousers home?
Did he what, sorry?
Did he bring the brown trousers home?
No, they're in the bin.
Oh, you should have took them out of the bin and kept them and then give them to him at Christmas. Can you imagine as a joke? That would have been hilarious.
And if he hadn't have looked so angry, I would have took a picture. I couldn't take a picture of him because he just didn't look very
That is classic, Debbie. That is a real classic.
It was very, very funny.
Oh, Lynn says, Debbie, I hope you've got a photo of Al dressed up for the Moulin Rouge.
Oh, I didn't. And honestly, I so wish honestly, if you could just picture these horrible baggy brown trousers, his red trainers and and he had his shirt untucked as well, because it just looked worse. And his little white carrier bag with his shorts.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
very funny.
Poor Al.
I know. So I was there next time. I said, because I kept saying to him, like, but I want to get dressed up. And
Next time he says hello in the comments, people in the comments, it's on Facebook when he normally says hello. Ask him what he wore for the Moulin Rouge if you're in the comments when he pops up. Or ask him if he's got a photo of Debbie and he at the Moulin Rouge, maybe.
We do have a picture of us there. I did take a selfie of him in his shirt and I did post it on my Facebook, and he actually wrote on there, considering what the night held, I look quite happy. Now we're bringing this one in. All I've done is I've just added a few more butterflies, a few little gems on there, and there we go. We've got our 21 birthday wishes there, which is amazing. But it's really great that you can just turn that over and bring those two together. And if I turn it around, you can see having that cut out makes that card amazing. So these dies are totally worth getting just to get those stencils as well, Joe.
Amazing, they really are. Let me recap then what you're getting in there. So remember, you're getting all the dies, you're getting all 10 of the dies, and then the stencils that go with them, and then just an idea of the sort of ways in which you can use them, which there are loads of different ways you can connect them together. That one there actually is done as a 100 card, which I thought was very cool. This one here, you've got 2, the 3, and sort of all of these are done into different card concept, which is really cool. I like that one, you know, Debbie. I think that's really cool with the sort of leading edge with a half edge, isn't it? Very, very clever how these are put together.
Things.
It really, really is brilliant. So make sure you're snapping them up. Great that they're all in stock as well at the same time, which doesn't often happen, but also wonderful you got them on a half price deal too, so saving you over £40 or $65. Lynn wants to know, Journalyn wants to know if he got his shorts back.
Yes, he did get his shorts
He did get
back.
his shorts back.
They give him a ticket for it.
Right, fair enough. The Thea says the Moulin Rouge is closed. The Moulin Rouge is closing.
No.
Yeah, so Debbie was lucky to go when she did. Oh, hang on. No, there's some confusion here. The Moulin Rouge is closing on Broadway. The Moulin Rouge, the musical. We're talking about Moulin Rouge, the original show in Paris, which the Moulin Rouge film and musical is based on.
Right.
Yeah. So,
So
the
the
Moulin Rouge
Moulin
has been there for
Rouge-
like 100 years.
Yeah, it's been there a long time. It's like a big windmill. Part
Yeah,
of it's
I've
a
been to the
windmill.
outside. I've seen it from the outside.
Yeah.
And it is in a particularly sketchy part of Paris. I could tell you a story about that, but that's a story for another day. Yeah, got myself in a bit of a sticky situation there. Ross says, Debbie, my wife and I went to the movies yesterday. My shirt was on inside out and my glasses were all smudged. She thought she had a toddler with her. That's funny. Such a lovely car. Well, Corinne did a show, didn't she? Actually started a show here at Crafty TV with her dress on inside out. Did you hear about that,
Did
Debbie?
she? No, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
she was sat on the sofa during Wake Up Call, going through the samples that she was going to have a look at, and then she looked down, saw the seam on the outside, and burst out laughing. Turns out she had a dress on inside out. And is that right? It happened to Debbie Robinson. What? While she was live, she realised. She had it on. She had it on the whole day before she realised. Yeah, hey, what?
Wow.
I mean, it's
I've
a
never done
miracle
that
any of us
before.
get here, to be honest. We're meant to be here, isn't it? Mary Beth, Lynn, Mary Rhino all saying how much they love that last project. We're going to move on. And we're going to go and have a little look at some Sharon Callis now is where we're going to go to. And these are beautiful. We've been looking at these all day today, and the reason for that is because they are beautiful dies, but they are on a wonderful deal for you as well. So £60 or $80, that represents £75 or $90 saving, which is really, really a brilliant deal. I think if you've been waiting for the deal on these, then this is it. This one here is your Mountain Rose. First one we looked at was the Orchid. That there is your Champagne Rose. Then you've also got this one here, which is your Lily. Then we've got the Tea Rose there. And finally, we also have the Ranunculus, as you can see. You will also then get two really nice sort of creator card style die frames. And so you've got the Pretty Posies, and you've also got the Rose Bliss frame as well, and then you've got the two sets of embossing folders. You've got the Divine Blooms and also the Ornate Tiles. And then remember, each one of the flower dies comes with its own specific pad to go with it. £60 or $80, £48 or $64 as a platinum member. Thea says, no, I mean the show in Paris, Joe. What, like forever, Thea, or just for like a refurb or something? I don't know, you...
It is because, I mean, obviously it's the first time we went and it was packed. I mean, literally packed. It took us ages to get in because obviously they were seating people at the table and then people were getting served straight away because it was a 3-course sort of dinner dance, really. So that's really sad, and actually I'm thrilled if I've managed to get in and see it before it does close. So not good at all, Joe.
If you Google Moulin Rouge Paris, the first thing that comes up is Moulin Rouge dress code as you're Googling it, which I think
does
is
it really?
It's the first thing that comes up. Hilariously, yes, hilariously.
It has taught us to look next time and research a little bit rather than just go and turn up.
Yes. Right. It has closed, it would seem, Debbie.
It's closed already.
I think so. I'll investigate further for you.
demoing, you can have
and then
a
we'll
good
get
old
into
look.
it. These are really cleverly designed, aren't they, these dies?
So clever. What Sharon is so brilliant at is executing a flower that really comes together without you having to do too much work to it. And I think that is really important in any being creative. We want something to come out really well. What I also love in this collection is she's done different elements in here. So you're embossing, your dies where you've got those frames. So we're going to be using a bit of everything. I've got 3 papers from our pads, and I'm also going to be using the tea rose, the champagne rose, and the mountain peony. And I also want to bring in this beautiful frame. So this is the Pretty Posies frame, and this one has just such lovely detail. Well, both of them have got lovely detail. So I'm just going to let me just give that a little tap because it's got some die cuts in them. And we're going to pop that through just on, I've still got a few die cuts in there, so I am just going to pop those out. If you don't take your die cuts out, it won't cut as efficiently as you want it to, so just make sure you get all those little pieces out. Just a couple more there, and just some there, and there we go.
Did you see the can-can when you were there? Did they do the can-can?
Yeah, they did do the can-can. And actually, because I thought that was the main thing, was the can-can.
John can do the can-can.
Sorry?
John can do the
John
can-can.
can do the can-can.
Can do the can-can. He just needs to believe in himself a little more.
So I thought it'd be the finale, but it wasn't the finale at all. So
Sorry?
they did the can-can like about 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, so what was the main bit?
Just a very extravagant where everyone, I mean, there's so many dancers.
Oh, really? Lots of people in it?
So many dancers. I mean, maybe 40, 50. Yeah. And they're everywhere. And the stage is incredible. Like, they have these amazing big elephants at one stage, and they have all these big feathers and costumes, and they turn them in different ways. They almost look like peacocks, and they look like a big crab. And yeah, just absolutely incredible. Oh, well, see, I wasn't going to tell Joe that. I wasn't going to say it because Joe might have wanted to go
I
see
didn't
it.
know about the water tank. I knew
did
about
know
that.
about
I've been
that.
told about it as well.
Yeah.
Because there's another show, isn't there, in Paris called the Lido.
Right.
Which is sort of an alternative to the can-can. There's another one as well. There's about 4 of those style dinner shows in Paris that are very famous.
Oh,
and a
okay.
friend of mine used to be a dancer in the Lido many years ago, like 30, 40 years ago, yeah.
Someone was telling me, and I don't know who it is, but there's someone down at Hobby Maker that used to be a dancer at the Moulin Rouge.
Really?
Yeah, and I've been trying to find out who it is, but I haven't.
Maybe it's
as
Dave
yet.
Bradford.
You what, sorry?
Maybe it's Dave Bradford.
He'd probably like to be a dancer at the Moulin Rouge. Right, so what I am going to do, we're going to add embossed detail into this die. So I'm hoping I can keep it in the die without too many, because all the pieces are falling out, which is lovely. But I'm going to tap some of those pieces out just so they don't emboss onto there. We're going to turn the die over, and then we're going to pop down. Just want to make sure it is where it should be. And in fact, I'm not going to do that, Joe, because I'm worried that it's just going to emboss detail into there. It does make a difference, so if you can keep that in there, but with the power of the Gemini, it's obviously cut those through. So we're going to pop that into there, and then what I want to do, I'm just going to bring in one of my ink daubers, and hopefully I haven't, oh, there's a pink ink, so that will work perfectly. Let's just bring in, I wanted to use a lighter colour, but actually a brighter colour will be fine. And we're just going to lightly go over the surface. So you can see what we've got is a stencil with our die.
Brilliant. It's very, very busy on these at the moment, Debbie, is what I would say. No surprising when you've got a deal just quite as great as this one. £60 or $80 gets you all of it. It's all available individually, but why would you go for that when you've got, you know, a better than half price deal on here, which is amazing. And also loads of other stuff in the show for you still as well. So make sure you are checking that Shop the Day button. A lot of the Paper Dynamics stuff has gone. However, there is still some of the individual items available. So make sure you go and check those out as well.
Keith's had a good day. And for everyone that I know they sold out, but anyone that got some of the vellum that Keith had on the earlier show, we have got an amazing vellum masterclass on tomorrow. So all things vellum and what you can do with your vellum. And we've also got lots of vellum that you can buy as well. So if you didn't get Keith's stuff today, tune back in tomorrow and you'll be able to pick up some good buys on our vellums.
Amazing.
Right. So that's our, I'm going to put that on a mat so you can actually see it in its full detail. I mean, how beautiful is that? So lovely. And you can use it either way. So whether you want to use it landscape or portrait, either way is going to look absolutely beautiful. Right, so that gives us our main die. I then want to use these dies to cut out. So first of all, let's bring these into play. I do love a quilling die. They make such a difference to your makes. They're super easy to do and they're just a really nice, fun way of being creative with flowers. So I've took some papers, all representing the paper pads that come with each individual flower, but you can mix and match them. There's no hard rules that say you can't use them on different elements. So we're going to use this one. I'm going to use our mountain rose, I think this one is, on the smaller one. And then we're going to use this one, which is, that's the mountain peony. So this is the champagne rose. So bring that one in.
Mary Ryan let me know that she wore her pants backwards to the doctor's office once. That's embarrassing, isn't it?
Wore her
pants, jeans backwards, trousers, yeah. Because we call pants underwear is what we call pants, isn't it?
Yes.
In the UK.
Yeah, we call
pants meaning trousers.
Well, men's underwear we call pants. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you call yours?
Knickers.
Oh, okay. Love that she looked at me with such disdain. It was like, well, knickers, obviously.
Call them knickers. Right, now, I'm going to pop this right to the side. It means it gives you another side to be able to use. So even though it's got that ombre effect, I like to be quite frugal with my cardstock. So we're going to just pop that to one side. So that's our first one. This one's beautiful, Joe, because it gives you that ombre effect. So if you start with your smallest ones on the light, then the end ones get darker. So again, I'm going to do the same on that. Plus it saves me some space on the Gemini mats. And then our last one, let's bring that one in. I will just pop that right down the middle to get that gorgeous pop of pink. And we can place that onto there as well. So pop that on and then we can run them through. So let's just get all my mats together and pop them into place. There we go. I'm really sadly hearing that that's closed
Well,
down.
apparently it has new, Thea's now said new owners, apparently. Just musicals, not a can-can anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see anything online about it, which is very strange. Who knows?
Oh,
Who knows?
we
I'm sure there are
obviously-
many other brilliant reasons to go to Paris still.
Obviously got there at the right time.
Did you eat lots of chips?
Sorry?
Do you have lots of chips? French
Chips?
fries?
Yes, only once. We went to this, oh my God, we went to this amazing restaurant. And how we don't have a concept like that here, the whole restaurant, everyone eats the same.
Oh.
So you literally, there was queues, so it shut at 11 o'clock. And there was queues right down the road. We got there at, it was 10:15 at night.
Yeah.
So, and Al really wanted to go, they'd gone before. And they do steak and chips.
That's it.
That's it, just steak and chips. So, and literally they, everyone gets served. So the first thing you get is a Waldorf salad. So everyone just gets their salad and their walnuts and a sauce that goes on that. So you just get that straight away. So when you sit down, they then start bringing that out to you. And then they ask you how you want your steak, whether you want well done, medium. And then literally they do your steak and then they have a bowl of fries. And your steak and your fries go onto a table with candles burning, so it keeps it hot. They dish you up, so your plate is full with fries and your steak, and your steak is cut in slices with this amazing sauce. I don't know what the sauce was, but the steak had this sauce all over it, which was absolutely delicious. And then once you ate it, they then just go and get the rest of it, and then they serve that back up, and you have two big plates.
Did you get cheese for dessert?
Now. You're not funny. You're really not funny, Joe. I'm choosing to ignore him tonight. The desserts. Now, I had the best dessert that I've ever had in my entire life. It was amazing. So their desserts you can choose. They had all different desserts. And I don't actually know exactly what it was, but it was raspberries and meringues and cream and heaven piled up about this high.
Delicious.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And we shared one, and I was afterwards, I thought, I really wish I'd had my own one. I didn't want to share. It was so amazing. So that was a really nice place to go. I couldn't tell you what it was called, so apologies. Al will know, but he's at the cinema tonight, so he won't be listening in.
Yeah, he's not in the comments tonight. He'll be very embarrassed if he was. Anyway, you're talking about his trousers.
No, he thinks it's... He laughs like me now about it because he can see how funny it would have been. And he was so good, bless him, because he just didn't want to upset me because I bought it for his birthday. And afterwards, I said to him, so what do you think now about the gift? And he said it was amazing, and he said, naturally, I really want to do it again. I'd go again.
Oh,
no,
really?
we might not be able to, but we'd do it properly. So we were dressed up and we'd go and dance, and because he wouldn't dance,
not in his MC Hammer pants,
trousers. It was hilarious. I don't think the trousers would look too bad if he had shoes on, but because he had bright red trainers. He looked a bit like a clown. And you know what it's like when you feel so uncomfortable in something you're wearing and there's just nothing you can do about it. And he said, and everywhere I looked, men were in shoes and suits and the women were all dressed up in sparkly dresses.
Oh.
So that was the shame of it, that we didn't get dressed up, but it was amazing. And I do have another really funny story as well. It's always me, isn't it? I get these funny stories. So on Joe's recommendation...
Oh gosh, this is good.
We had a Citron drive, so the 2CV, which was incredible. I mean, how it was still going, because you felt like you were going to fall out.
It was like...
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he took us to the Louvre. We went by night time. I'm just going to explain what I'm doing before I just keep talking. All I've done is put some red liner tape on, folded it in half, and we're going to just quill them in. So we got to the Louvre, and he was taking pictures of us next to the water fountain and the pyramid. So the pyramid's outside, so you can sort of stand up and on these plinths, and it looks like you're touching the top of the pyramid. So we're having these pictures done, and then we actually looked back to the car, and I said to our driver, I think someone's in your car. And he went, oh my goodness, that has never happened before. And a whole family of 4 was sat in the car that we'd paid to have the tour in. So we'd got to the end. So I've done this one, Joe, but what I'm also going to do, I've got another one. I'm going to double these up because you can create these beautiful little petals, but I'm actually going to use another one to make it bigger. And we're just going to quill this one round as well. Yeah, so we got near the car, and the woman got out the car and she said, oh, sorry. She said, we couldn't find anyone to ask if it was okay. So Al went, oh, so you thought it was okay just to get in someone else's car? And the little boy wouldn't get out the car, so he was in the front. In the meantime, there was another 2 ladies taking photographs of themselves with the car. This was all on our tour. And so this other family went, he got them out the car. Me and Al was sat in the back of the car, and our driver started taking pictures of the girls on the bonnet of our car. And me and Al was sat in the back like, what's going on here? And in the end, I was like, no, you can't do that. So I was like, we're on a tour. So the woman that was on the front of the bonnet was then showing me her photos because she thought I was saying no because we didn't want to be in the photos. So I was like, no, you're missing the point. We're paid to have our photos done with this car. So it was very funny.
That is very funny. You're probably in some family's holiday snaps then from Paris somewhere.
We did, yeah, we did. So look at this. I mean, pulling these out, just pull your petals down. Look how beautiful that flower is. I mean, you just can't make a 3D flower of that type and create that beautiful rose. It's so incredible. So that's our first one. Then we're going to do exactly the same with our next one. Now we have got the ball tools on. I think have we got them on tonight? I don't think we've got them on tonight. Sorry, we've got them on tomorrow. I'm getting confused because we're making some flowers tomorrow with our vellums. We have got the ball tools on the website. So if you wanted to shape them, you could also do that. So you can see I'm just using my tweezers to turn all these in. You could use your pokey tool, or if you do have a quilling tool, you can do that as well. And again, I've got another one and we're going to do exactly the same. So just bending that round. And you don't really need to do anything to them other than just quill them. And it is just a case of turning round. That base works beautifully just to hold it all together. Your red liner tape is absolutely a must. Some people use tacky glue, but I just think it's very messy. So I think why have the mess when you can use your red liner tape? And then we can just again pull those petals back and you've just got your beautiful flower. So there we go, there's our second one.
Really gorgeous.
They're looking lovely, aren't they? And then our last one. Now this one, I quite like to sort of pinch in the petals. So I'm going to pinch them in, and you pinch them in all the same way. If you've got a ball tool, then you could use that and have them sort of curved in. But I actually think just give them a little pinch and that will shape them beautifully. So just using each one. And it also makes them just curl into each other really well. So those small ones, and you can see the shapes of them are very clever because they start off with the smaller ones and then get bigger on the outside. So a couple more there. And again, we're just going to take our red liner tape off and quill that one round.
Could you do these with vellums, Debbie?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love making any sort of flowers. In fact,
I guess with vellum, could you do? I guess you could really pad them out a bit with vellum, couldn't you? Do like maybe 3 or 4 in a row.
The other thing that's really nice, Joe, which do you remember our show when the insect attacked?
We were talking about that just yesterday.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
So we made a flower out of copier paper.
Ah, yes, of course we did. Well, you did.
I did, yeah. But you come over because you wanted to feel how it felt because it was quite fluffy, and got attacked by a monster. I mean, it really was a monster.
It was a monster, and I reacted in a very, very,
Well, you ran and left me, Joe.
macho way. Mary Rice says, OMG, it sounds like you had a National Lampoon vacation, Debbie, by the sounds of it.
The good thing is that anything that happens, I just always find the funny side. You got to, haven't you?
Absolutely.
I'm not one that... I did feel sorry for Al that night because I could tell he was quite angry with himself. I think he'd wished he'd looked into it more, and he said it could have just been so much better. But the show and dinner was so good that we couldn't complain in the end. But yeah, it was a bit like National Lampoon's vacation. So just twisting that last one round, and it's really worth doing a couple on these. If you want to make them even bigger, just keep adding to them until you sort of run out of flowers. but you just create the most beautiful flower designs. I think if you like making flowers, you will absolutely love doing Sharon's dies. And then this one is beautiful because you have really unusual sort of petals here. I think if you was to do this out of yellow, you could make almost a sort of daffodil. Because of the shape of the petals, and then you can just move them round. So if you've got any gaps that you want to move into, just move those petals round to create that sort of gap filler around. So let's pop our card together. So we've got all our pieces here. I've just got some out of Sarah's, I can't remember now, I think it's the Country Lane, one of my absolute favourites. And then we're just going to stick this on top, matten layer, on top of our pink cardstock.
You love a bit of pink, don't you?
Yes, definitely a pink girl. Yeah, no question. In fact, I have to be quite mindful, Joe, of what I'm doing and showing a bit of versatility, because I actually think I would make every card pretty and pink.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't blame you. Of course you can.
Yeah.
Of course you can. I've got that from Dan and Emily, you know, presenter Dan from Creating Craft. I went round to their house. That he's just Barney is their little boy. A lot of you, if you're based in the UK, will know who I'm on about. And he's just adorable. I said, "Oh, can I have one of your raisins?" He looked at me and went, "Of course you can." And the other day he came back from the park. He gets so excited when he sees me that he like shakes a bit. He's like, "Oh,
Which is
so
shocking,
excited!"
really,
And
because
then
you
he gives
don't really like children.
I love him though. And then you give him a hug and he hugs you so tight. You know when the kid's just like, "Oh, I love you so much," he's like trembling.
Yeah,
And I said,
my Ruby does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ava's just like, "Oh, if I must," and her shoulders drop, and you just sort of hug her, and she's like that.
Barney's just so excited.
Ruby is one that really hugs.
And he'd been to the park. I said, "Have you been to the park?" He said, "Yes." I said, "How big was it?" He said, "Huge." Put his arms in there. So adorable.
What have I lost, Joe? I've lost my die cut. There it is. So let's bring that back in. Look how beautiful that is. So
really
gorgeous.
Stunning.
So let's pop that on. I'm going to use my dotty tape pen.
A lot of excitement for that masterclass tomorrow on vellum. That with you, Debbie?
Yes, it's with me, yeah. I've been trying to think outside the box, and I've got a few different ideas that I'm really excited to show you. So, yeah, absolutely. I think vellum's one of those things that everyone buys it, and then they're not quite sure what to do with it when they get it.
I agree, totally.
So, yeah, there's so much that you can do with vellum, and we'll show a sneak peek in Wake Up Call, and then we've got a masterclass on it, which, yeah, please join us because it'll be amazing. And if there's anything you've tried with vellum yourselves and that's worked and you think it's really good, let me know, because it'd be, you know, I love to learn as well. So it'd be amazing to learn some any different techniques that you've sort of taught yourself. So I'm going to pop that right in the centre there, and then I'm going to use, so I've matte and layered. I like these points of interest where you've got your card behind, you've got your mattes and layers, you've got this beautiful frame. Everything is so lovely about it. Now I'm keeping this quite simple. Oh, we've got no 3D glue gel. So I'm not going to be able to put these on as well as what I would like to do.
Do you want me to grab you some,
Yes,
Debbie?
if you could, that would be
I'll
amazing. I'm sure John would find us some. But I actually don't want to put any of the leaves. So if I just bring these ones in, you can see each one comes with lots of different leaves that you can use on all your flowers. And I love that. It's a really versatile set of stamps. Sorry, set of dies, but actually, because we've got the beautiful papers in the background, and then we've got our lovely flowers, I want to keep it quite simple. So I think let's just move these around a bit and pop them. No, quite liked it the first way. Let's pop that onto there. So we'll just wait for Joe to bring me some paper, and then we'll pop our flowers together. And even if you were just to put one layer, they would really look pretty. But actually, by adding that extra layer, you get a fuller flower, and they just fan out really nice. Add some glitter to the ends of them, because that would work really well, and they would look beautiful. Hurry up, Joe.
Right, Debbie, goodness me.
Stop talking. He was talking to John.
I wasn't, how dare you?
I have proof. Look over there.
Yeah. I love that he's so tall, it doesn't even fit in the shot. Twice in one night, Rhonda's going to be over the moon. What was that? John's in a strange... He's in a funny fetouage, John, tonight.
He is, yes, he is, absolutely. I
don't know why I took your box and your syringe with me. I'll be bringing that back.
Bring that back, Joe. Now, the reason I want...
Come on, Joe, hurry up.
The reason I want a 3D glue gel is because these bottoms are hard to just stick with regular glue. So you want to put sort of a globule of glue on there so it will stick down, and then you can just push it into place. Just leave it for about an hour and it'll be touch dry. And then if you want it to be completely dry, leave it overnight or for around about sort of 12 hours. So pop another one onto there. And then we can, and also if you want to then just group them together, you want to put it in a little bit more, you can do all that one as well. So let's pop that one, and we...
I'll be talking to John too, says Rhonda Crowley in the comments.
Rhonda, you're as bad as Joe is.
Come on, Rhonda, hurry up.
And there we go, there's our beautiful card with our flowers and that frame. Absolutely
Brilliant.
lovely.
Absolutely stinking gorgeous is what that is. Did you want to do card of the show, Debbie?
Oh, yes.
Then we'll have to do card of the day, won't we? I'll just run you back through what you're getting included in here then before we do the card of the show. This one here is your orchid, which is absolutely beautiful. It's very clever how they are so dimensional, these just here, absolutely gorgeous. That one there then is your mountain rose. Then you've got this one, which is your champagne rose. The lily, which is very clever how that's so dimensional and so realistic. Then you've also got the tea rose, and your ranunculus is in there as well. And then you've got those really beautiful sort of create card style frames, which is a pretty posies and your rose bliss. And then you've also got your embossing folders, so the divine blooms and the ornate tiles. And then for each one of the flowers, they come with their own dedicated paper pad as well. So you'll get 6 of those to go alongside the 6 flowers. Lynn says, what a beautiful card. Are the flowers so thick you'd need to put the card in a box to gift it? Asked Dana.
Yes, so they will go in an envelope, but it'll have that sort of lump in it. So I would absolutely recommend putting them into a box because they are quite thick, yes.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Have we done where we need to do, we're going to do card of the day, yeah? We didn't do it, did we? We haven't done it. Okay, excellent. No, just checking.
Oh, sorry. I was cleaning my die. I was being my normal clean person. Right, so we got our number 4 birthday card, number 1. Number 2 was our shaker card, our perfume. Number 3 was our Sharon Callis embossing folder. Number 4 was our 21st birthday. And number 5 was our Sharon Callis frame and flowers. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5.
Wonderful. Get your votes in there. Make sure you get them in, and we will do card of the show. Then we'll also do card of the day on that as well. Joe, you called me out, says Rhonda. Absolutely, I did, Rhonda. Lynn says, lovely card, Debbie. Jessica says as well, wonderful card too. And Michelle, and it's for you, says, love the embossed folders. Are we putting Keith's cards in? No. I decided that, no, we're not going to... No, I'm only joking. They're not here, he's taking them with him, else we absolutely would have. However, Debbie's beaten him twice today, and I think he was getting a bit, he was a bit upset by it. I think he was like, I'm not playing.
I said to you earlier, did the craft along
Where's you
win?
earlier? Oh, you craft along one, didn't
you
it?
said
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you did. You beat him twice, I think, so there you are. Oh, let me...
I know he was getting my rubbish out the bin. I heard him moaning about that.
Let me take you through this. I feel I've stepped into a parallel universe all of a sudden this evening. I don't quite know why. These are your beautiful vintage butterflies that you've got here. So this is the first of your 2 12 by 12s. Then you will also have the Country Lane, which is stunning, and that's a really gorgeous one. So much lovely floral detail all the way through there. Really vibrant colour tone and some really lovely images as well. So they are your two 12x12s. Then you'll also get the 6x6 here in the country lane. So resized as well, which is fantastic. So it means that you don't just get sort of a quarter of a page, you actually get the whole image resized, which is really important. And then you also will get the Enchanted Dreams. Oh, it's happened again, Debbie. Because it keeps happening, Debbie.
What's that?
It keeps attaching itself onto here. Only you can get a couple of them on, look. I'm literally like a merchandising stand in the store. I know. I'm like a travelling paper pad salesman. I love it. Take those off of there. So do grab a hold of those. £28 or $35 if you want to get your hands on that one. Right then, we are going to move on. So we're going to move on to the Heartfelt. The Heartfelt from Sharon Callis. So this one here. Lots of you still chatting away. Remember what's happening tomorrow as well here on Crafters TV. So Debbie, you are up all day tomorrow, aren't you? And you are here with Becky. Is that right? Becky.
Yes,
Becky S.
She's,
Oh.
yeah, so in fact, we've all got a bit of a change tomorrow. So Becky Swan is presenting, I'm demonstrating, and Ben is going to be in my ear on producing.
Brilliant. So you've got
Yes.
so tomorrow you've got wake up call. Then so that'll be 11 a.m. 6 a.m. You two will be trouble. You and Becky Swan. Gosh, that's going to be you're going to be trouble. I can see that. Make sure you join them. I've got Becky a present. I've left it in her drawers. So I left it in her drawer. So will you make sure she grabs it?
Yeah.
It's going to be quite funny. Make sure she brings it into the show and explains it to you as well, Debbie.
Oh, okay.
During Wake Up Call. So that'll be Wake Up Call. Then we've got a Vellum Masterclass, of course, 2 p.m. here in the UK. That'll be 9 a.m. on the East Coast. And then you will have a cartload, of course. And the cartload will be here at 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. Do we have a third party in tomorrow? Have I invented that? No third party tomorrow. Is there one on Friday? Believe there is, and I don't know who it is. Let's double check who. Creative Expressions will be here on Friday. I think it's a lovely Jamie, isn't it? Yes, this week. So Jamie Rogers, he's an absolute delight. Make sure you come and keep him company. Debbie, demo of the show is number 5.
That was the last one.
Yes. Do you want to bring it over?
Yes, absolutely.
Brilliant. It's always such a long way over. It gets further and further every time. Oh. Got my steps in, got my step count in, and I've got to go back over here again to get the other two now as well.
You're a troublemaker tonight. We'll just call you Ollie Mers tonight, I think.
we used to reserve that just for Charlotte, but George has now been exposed to it as well. He loves it. He loves it more than Charlotte.
Tomorrow,
I reckon.
George? So we have you as well.
There we are. Let's take you through then. Card of the day. This one, do you want to build a snowman? Well, there you are. Then we also had this one, the Craft Along, Debbie's Craft Along. Not only did she craft along this beautiful notelet holder, she also did some cards to go in there as well, which is beautiful. Or Debbie's also from Cravings, which is this one just here. You let me know, 1, 2 or 3. The choice is yours as a Soundblind Day. Now we're going to look at Heartfelt Greetings is going to be the next thing I want to share with you before the end of the show, which is this one here. It's a collection, 12 different elements in here. Now these were meant to be £15 each set. You're going to get 4 sets for, drum roll, oh yeah, £15. Brilliant value, isn't it? Don't you think, John?
Amazing.
There we are. Wow. So you've got that one there, which is your Sending Blessings. Now you can use it like this. It automatically cuts the aperture. Nothing to stop you just clipping out the sentiment itself as well, or maybe even using those stamps separate. It's up to you. You've also got Happy Birthday, which is this one just here, which is beautiful. There with all the presents. Then you've got the thank you, and you will also get as well this one here, which is Thinking of You. All of them really, really beautiful designs, which is brilliant. Joe, Silver says, Joe, I know it's been a while, but I forgot to ask you if you brought any castanets back from Seville. Very, very touchy subject, the castanets. Because what happened was we checked out of our hotel, went and did some souvenir shopping in Seville city centre, and then we had a few mojitos. And then we got the taxi to the airport via our hotel to pick our baggage up. And I think the mojitos meant that we ended up leaving the souvenirs in the back seat of the cab. That's what we blamed it. That is what we blamed it on. John says he wants to come in and say goodbye. Come and say hello, John. I'm busy. Okay, he's busy. Excellent. Right, I believe Debbie's got some ideas of how you can use these particular ones. Is that right, Debbie?
Yes, I have. Sorry, I was getting a bit distracted then.
Why is that?
John always distracts me.
He does, doesn't he? He's very distracting. Come and say hello, John.
Shall I out you over there?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You show the samples.
Show some samples, yeah. I love the design of these ones. I think they're great because you've got that die cut element, you've got that aperture in there, and you've got that stamping element where you can cut it out. What about making a shaker card? You know how we love to do a shaker card. Looks amazing. Creating aperture dioramas. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. Having that thank you in the middle there. You can mat and layer. Now this is a great idea. So still that diorama design, but actually what we've done is, well, not what I've done, what the designers, so Julia's done this one, die cut it out again and then mat and layered it out in that beautiful mirror card. So beautiful designs. Doing it, this one's got a little bit squished, but this is like a dome front card, so really different way of doing it. I love this one, really pretty design, being able to just cut it out, and the simplicity of that die is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, get them while you can because they are a bargain.
They really, really are. Demo of the day goes to number 2, Debbie. I don't know why I'm telling you that.
Yeah,
I've got them over here.
I don't know what number 2 is.
It's this one just here, your craft along, Debbie, which is
lovely.
glorious. I mean, absolutely wonderful. And then I just got one more thing I want to share with you before we head off. We've got the 4x4 and also your 6x6, isn't it? Stamping platforms, and these come alongside the stamping mat as well. This one just here, which is absolutely wonderful. You're back with us tomorrow. Are you here on Friday as well, Debbie?
Yes, I am. Only for the 11 a.m. and the 1 p.m. because we have a HSM preview coming on Friday.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we're just doing the two. And actually, me and Becky are switching. Becky's presenting tomorrow. Friday, I'm presenting the 2 shows because it's a softer side of life.
It is indeed.
And I've never done that before, so I'm really excited.
Never done what?
A softer show.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really excited to learn about all that sewing aspect and the soft crafting. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit different for me, so it's going to be great. But yeah, you've got me the next couple of days. Joe, have a nice time off.
I will. I have a lovely time off. I will see you Monday. I'll be back here on Monday. Got a very exciting Sarah signature box launch for you as well. And don't forget, the last bits of the individuals of the Paper Dynamics stuff is still available to you over on the website. So do not miss out on those. Debbie will be back tomorrow. Try and behave, please, with Becky S all day. I will see you back here on Monday. Big thanks to the team in the gallery. Big thanks to John backstage. I'll see you back here on Monday. Debbie will see you back here tomorrow. Take care.